Hello everyone, welcome to The Ghost in the Machine, a D&D live play about memory, identity, magic, and politics. I am Matthew, your wonderful Dungeon Master and host this evening. Before we get started, remember our friends at Animal Helper. They are 501c3, located in New Orleans. That's down in the south, folks. They help special needs animals. I will now show you our lovely players. Hello, say hello to the stream.
Hi.
Hello, stream.
Oh, what is happening to your wall?
It's chaos.
Everything.
No,
Destroy him. Destroy him.
Content.
That's what people want.
We are back for episode 35 of this wonderful show. It's going to be a big one tonight. Lots of ups, lots of downs. Mostly downs.
the entire party going down.
But we are going to
Quite
see
possibly.
how it unfolds. Before we start our recap, what should we remind people of?
We launched Dragon Heisters last night, and it was a lot of fun.
It was.
That is another live show that we're doing, D&D. It's on Tuesday nights, so make sure to catch the next one. If you missed this one, the VOD will be up. It's available now on Twitch, but the YouTube video should be available tomorrow around 1. And it was a lot of fun. Ty and I are co-DMing that, and he's DMing this first leg. And we all got to play session 1 on camera together, so you get to see us from the very beginning instead of, with Ghost in the Machine, we kind of jumped you right into the center of action. But it's a lot of fun. We had a blast. Check it out.
Podcasts are updated now. I fixed the issues with 17, and I got it updated all the way up to 22.
Ooh.
Slowly
More than
catching up.
halfway.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll be up to 25, 26 by this weekend.
Nice.
Maybe even more if I feel like being overly productive.
So rare, though. Comes but once a year.
I mean, I
Just
make
like
no
Santa.
promises.
Like Christmas.
I could take them away from doing video editing.
I hope not. I have nothing else on my calendar, so.
I mean, GaryCon is this weekend, and we're not there.
That's right.
So your calendar is in fact empty.
Yep.
Because you're not at GaryCon.
So, but it's not completely empty, because on Saturday at 1 Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, you should be tuning in to watch me on Dungeon of the Mad Mage on variant rolls.
Yeah.
I will,
Yeah.
but I can still edit videos while doing that.
Yes,
Excellent.
yes, you can. But thank you. That's not the point. The point is,
Segue.
segue. Come watch the thing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm playing a Gitsarai, and I got to achieve 2 of my D&D dreams last weekend. At that session, I got to play a Gitsarai, and I got to cast
Nice.
Gaius.
All good
So,
Which is a spell.
not just Gaius. I cast Gaius on a mind flayer, guys.
That mind flayer is now gay.
That's right.
He's
That's
the
what
gayest.
That is what
Yeah.
Gaius does.
It's actually called, it's pronounced gayest. It makes
gayest.
him the gayest.
That's right. That's right.
I mean,
Anyhow, it's a lot of fun. We're in space, and there are dragons, and there's Githyanki and mind flayers, and it's a wild ride, guys. You should come check it out.
Nice.
And I
Sweet.
play with some really awesome people and really great DM, who's not out to kill us
Nat.
constantly.
Nat, right? He goes by
Yeah,
Nat.
Nat.
He's nice.
Crime Nat,
Do you know, does
the
anyone know,
Tuesday DM.
So,
he missed a prime opportunity. I'm sure he's older than 20, but, when he turned 20, he could have made nat 20s for a whole year.
he could have, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe.
Thank you for that contribution.
Great.
Hey, that's why I'm here.
If there's nothing else that we
We
would
got
like
the
to
green memo. You didn't get it?
There's nothing else anyone wishes to discuss. We can start our roundtable recap.
oh, my glasses are green. That's a thing.
The
Yeah,
last
green and
episode
black.
was, from my
Intense.
perspective, pretty intense.
That's a word.
As one of our viewers mentioned, it maybe should have came with like a drama warning or something like that. But from my perspective, there was a lot of revelations of things that have been building for quite a long time, and some real talk, if that makes sense.
Yes, an infernal plot was uncovered between some of the great lords and ladies of the land and lands beyond in their attempt to reverse their lot in life, their loss of divine power and access to divine power. They turn to the lower plane of Dysangelum and the hells below and the god Modru. And they they are conducting a most sinister ritual to bring hell onto the material plane of Edda.
It's going to be bad.
I mean,
Yes.
we've thwarted it twice. 3 times the charm, right?
That's how it works.
I mean...
That's how these things work. We'll be fine.
So the one that they've made the deal with has threatened Selena twice now. And, she's now killed a few people.
Lord.
And
Third time's the
made a
charm.
few people angry.
Generous.
I know. It's only a matter of time until
Yeah.
someone's dust. 102 points of damage. Thanks.
And tonight, it looks like we are heading towards a concert. It was kind of agreed upon by the group that they need to deal with Morgan, and sadly, it looks like the old assassination magic trick is going to be used on Morgan
The old
to bring
stab her till she's dead.
to bring down this powerful Archfey would-be god.
Mm-hmm.
But we also found
One
that there's a
ally
way to
short.
do the first right, potentially, and seal her away forever.
Yep.
Yep.
If Glitch hadn't been friggin' kidnapped by Dupla Croy right in front of Gilly
Exactly.
Unable to do anything about
so we
it.
have to solve that.
yet again.
Go to
I
regret.
mean, we've had a couple
Where
of
regret
rough
lives.
nights as a group.
It's been an intense couple episodes, and it'll be an intense couple more, I promise.
You know what? I'm looking
Neat.
forward to like the fun shopping episode where we're on a beach.
We tried that.
We tried that. Remember, you and I got a mind wipe.
Oh
by my
yeah,
mom.
relaxing.
And you
We
guys
tried
got
shopping. It didn't pan out for us.
Yeah.
The only successful shopping trip we have actually had was in hell.
Oh, good.
I mean, we got to shop with Maze a couple of times.
That was
Good.
before this
Pre-stream.
And
Yeah.
you, and you
Well,
didn't. And what
And
you
then the
didn't
dog
know is at the
times,
time
yeah.
she was actually impregnating you with her dragon eggs
Yeah.
through Saya.
I mean,
Okay.
this is taking a weird turn.
So
That
excuse me.
happened. All right. Anyway.
So yes, it appears that even they kill her, they banish her from the material plane, whatever solution they use, she will only Thank you for resubscribing, Pyromancer 804.
6
She
months?
will rematerialize in the land of the cold unending, and the only way to prevent her from doing that is to enact the first rites, or to travel to the land of the cold unending and put an end to her once and for all. But for now, the material plane is where we are.
Can at least keep one
That's right.
plane safe.
And we pick back up, folks. We
Safe is
pick back
strong
up.
word.
Undisturbed.
After these past several nights of arduous adventure and frightening conflicts of the past few days, you steal a few moments to yourselves, taking in all of the sensations of your surroundings. Pleasing scents of lavender, honey, and elderberry greet your nostrils, and soft sensations dance on your body as warm cotton towels lay smoothly over your faces, and you lay on a bed of soft linens. The buzz of neon lights hums in the foreground, and their accompanying glow colors the surface of your rooms in the pink flamingo. You rest now, coming off your fresh conquest against a menagerie of confounding and dangerous foe, from ancient bayhirs to volcano-forged dragons, to the more mundane villainy of vampires and monks. Your most recent stint in Fort Mountain Hall has afforded you a few moments of serenity. You hold on to this moment of comfort in this queer bathhouse, but your mind cannot help but turn to the coming storm. Through your journey, you have made many enemies and allies. Among them are the infamous Dupla Croy, a dangerous merchant and powerful enchantress, who has caused you and your allies no small share of grief and distress. Among your allies, few of them could be counted as closely as Morgan, the international pop star and Archfey. But a disruption to this alliance has occurred, and you find yourselves contemplating her demise. This powerful Archfey and pop star is attempting to ascend to godhood, and with that ascension bring a ruinous apocalypse. The Mistress of the Mists, Old Naz, themselves have arrived at Fort Mountain Hall to help you defeat this newfound adversary. Among you, there are doubts. Not only is the task of defeating an Archfey immense, it also carries with it a great pain. For some of you, she's a friend, an ally, and a confidant. For others, just family. But time marches forward, and the impending concert brings about many potential outcomes. You all move to strike down Morgan, perhaps fatally, even if temporary. And we pick back up in the Pink Flamingo, with the coming store brewing over these hallowed halls. Prism, what do you wish to do?
Oh my goodness.
It's in the middle of the night still. You guys are all trying to enjoy yourselves, relax.
Are we in like one shared space?
No, you guys are all in separate rooms. It's assumed. These are private. This is a private kind of place.
Do we know what time the concert starts?
Dark 30, late dark 30.
Got it.
0.
Dark 30.
Let's see here.
Fine. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna pass a nice quiet night with Alric.
Okay.
And unless there's anything he needs from a DM's perspective, nice quiet night.
He seems fine. He's like, yeah, well, this is, I haven't been to an establishment like this before. That's actually kind of nice. Comfort and good linens. And the neon's not exactly my style, but sure it's actually quite lovely.
Seems like the last place that looked for everybody but Sibelius.
Yeah.
It's true.
Kind of safe here.
I will use this opportunity to unattune from that cowl, right? So now,
Yep.
Yeah, I am to the docent again.
Okay.
I guess if I'm. Were you gonna say something?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So I'll probably sit in silence, just meditate on the conversation that we had with Naz and me wanting not to go Morgan, but Naz being right that a lot of innocent people would die, and just weighing that over in my mind.
Gilly?
I just I cast sending.
Okay.
I got that 3rd level spell back. In the bath. And I sent to Corinne. Not Corwin, Corinne. I say, hey sister, it's Gilly. Can we meet for breakfast, please? Just need to catch up. Miss you. Before the chaos of the concert.
You hear a response. Sure. I'm not exactly in town, but I'll see you for breakfast. Do you have anything else, Gil?
I wanted to, since I don't sleep, take about an hour to unattune to the ring and attune to my headband of intellect.
The ring of spell storing or the ring of moon? The moon ring?
Spell storing.
Okay.
Sorry, I should clarify.
Okay. So you just take off the ring of spell storing and you attune to your headband of intellect.
Yeah, the head, yeah.
Okay.
Headband of intellect for a bit, and I just sort of try to puzzle things out, make anything more of the things that I couldn't before.
Alright.
For a while.
So you
Get
put
to, go ahead.
you put on your headband and intellect, which is a headband that you were given. So not that you weren't sharp. You were always very sharp. This headband really helped you with some of the more intense courses of study at the Order of the Lilac Rose. I believe it was. That's the Bardic College. Yeah, in Antinia, the Flying City. You become considerably more intelligent once this headband is on, especially because it counteracts the magics of the rubies that dampen your mind. And you begin to stew. Go ahead. I'm mostly just breathing.
Okay. And I just sort of start to write. I write a letter to my parents. I write another letter, which I hadn't heard back yet from Cathunga, but I write another letter to Cathunga.
Okay.
And I write a letter to Morgan. All in case I don't live past tomorrow night.
Alrighty. Civilius,
Yes.
in your room, you hear a kind of and a thum, thum, as the door shuts behind you, opens and shuts.
Can I help you?
My liege, I can't believe I met you here. Did we book the same room?
I hope so.
He giggled. Oh, you make me blush. This is, for the stream, this is Beverly, the half-elf assassin. It occurs to me that we haven't, as we so often do, haven't spoken in a few days, in quite a while, it seems.
It has. It seemed like an eternity.
And I've heard through the grapevine that you are up to a most nefarious of schemes.
Really? What have you heard?
I'm hearing that lines have been being drawn in the sand.
They most certainly are.
Good.
Where do you stand on those lines?
Well, as it stands, I believe that we are presented with a most serendipitous opportunity. Now, I performed a favor for you and your kind some time ago
You did.
in the assassination.
Offered a favor in return.
You did. And even though you were about to do it, I sensed some trepidation. So I thought this might be a good time to call in my favor.
What would you have? Or, oh,
Yeah,
your favor
no.
to me. Understood.
No.
My favor to you.
Your favor to me.
All right.
Unfortunately, my contracts with other entities prevent me from
Interfering, I'm sure.
destroying such a eloquent instrument of chaos as Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm coming to you to make sure you kill her. You participate in her assassination.
So be it. If that will repay my debt to you, then so be it.
It will. It will. Can I ask you, what was going through your mind that you were resistant?
I'm sure you know somewhat of my past and of the past of half our people, but still your people nonetheless.
I'm vaguely familiar.
Having such a powerful ally on our side against such an insurmountable foe as the Gish is tempting to no end. And while it still pains me to give that up, the deaths of all the innocent, of all our people, I don't think it would be worth the cost of that ally.
No, I do believe that would be readily obvious to one so ancient and wizened as yourself. Are these new markers?
They
Yes.
are.
I brought you new markers, and
Thank
there's
you.
purple, pink, red downstairs if you need more colors besides black, brown, and red.
Thank you, guys.
And that one new color that they just invented.
So we've had them downstairs this whole time. I just never thought to bring them up. Sorry.
But it occurs, as wizened as yourself, yes, but I'll admit I have made mistakes in associating with chaotic entities to advance my causes. But I thought you would know better.
Years when I stepped away from society, from everything, lost myself in the drink, lost myself in time, I basically had nothing to do but plot, build vengeance, build schemes. And it's hard moving away from that to realize that there are people out there worth saving.
What made you realize there were people out there worth saving?
Over time, traveling with this group, I thought it was just to recover an heirloom of my family, to get revenge, but the relationships we build, saving each other, covering each other's backs, it really truly helps you see the good in people. Shows you there's something worth saving out there, worth protecting.
Blood Moon's fast approaching.
It is.
I assure you, you understand by now the blade of the Vizier, your ancestral weapon, is critical to all that mess.
I'm aware. I still intend to reclaim it. Hopefully stop whatever ritual they're planning, because we cannot let hell on earth know more than we can let Morgan cause it.
I don't know anything. Absolutely nothing about how this works. But can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
What if reclaiming the blade was what causes the infernal ritual to be complete? What if it's a curse? Ancient, unknowing.
Then I'll have decisions to make at that time, if that's the case.
But you can't reclaim the blade if that's the case.
I'm aware. I know I couldn't. I'd have to destroy it somehow. Because it'd be hard. It'd be like destroying a part of my past, part of my family history.
And you're prepared to let it go.
I hope that when the time comes, I will have thoroughly sealed myself to do that task.
All right. I wish I could help. You hear from his void dagger. So fear the
I ignore it.
They get testy.
I'm sure they do.
Well, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're gonna need it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll
Is there
go
any-
back to my meditation.
All right. Is there anything else anyone wishes to do?
One minor housekeeping. I misspoke. It's the Ring of Mind Shielding, not the Docent.
You're attuning to the ring of mind shielding, not the docent.
Correct.
Okay.
And I will just meditate all evening.
I will, at whatever hour seems appropriate to not bother Civilius's meditation, try to get him to maybe, if he's got a first level spell available, cast shield back into the ring. Pretty please.
Bring it here.
Thank you.
Cast shield into it
At what level?
first.
Okay. Who's asking?
I don't think I can bump shield,
You can
I mean, I
cast any
can.
spell, yeah. Above, yeah.
but there's no. I have the most. I have a lot of first levels still.
And
And
I'm less now.
yep. And then I I think the other first level spell was gone out of it too, so I will be putting in a first level healing word.
Alright.
Through my meditation, do I discover any other abilities than Alter Self?
Oh, that's right. I never sent you your primer. So you have 2 key points to cast Alter Self.
Mm-hmm.
2 key points to cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And then 4 key points to cast Summon Greater Demon.
Oh my god!
But it can only summon a Shadow Demon.
Summon Greater of Orgesh. Uh-oh.
That's a devil.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Wonderful.
Holy mother.
Matt, I love you. Alrighty.
Summon greater demon. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, that can never go wrong.
Never.
Fancy
Never
dinner
goes
party, summon Greater Demon.
wrong. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Us
I mean-
solving crimes, summon Greater Demon.
That's right.
I may still have a scroll of infernal calling.
Oh gods.
Yes, we still have all those things we found once upon a time.
This is gonna be the time to pull out the fucking stops.
I know.
However,
Though
infernal
that
calling
may be-
and summoning a demon in front of all these people is going to be a mistake.
correct.
A problem.
Some would consider mistakes, some would consider happy happenstance.
Sure.
Also, him summoning the demon and me summoning the devil might not go over.
Nope,
well.
not as such. No. That old,
And it may
the old
probably
the old
murder us
blood
and then
war
murder them.
on stage trick. Seen it 1,000 times.
The old Summon Shadow Demon trick.
Summon Shadow.
I mean, we've just established that there's literally no situation in which that would not be useful.
Correct. I mean, you might as well do it reflexively.
Yeah, every morning. I'm like,
Key
let's
points.
just consider me having 4 fewer key points every day.
Just like a fucking loaded hand grenade.
Yep.
All right. So,
I eventually attuned back to the ring.
all right. No further ado. The sun rises in the morning, and you guys all complete a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so sun rises. That is a magical word for me.
Yep. Dawn happens. You guys can re-roll your stuff to recharge and whatnot.
Wonderful.
Alrighty, so that is a D6 plus 4. Treat me well. 5 plus 4, I'll take that. Right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So I come out of my meditation as I do every morning.
Yep.
Cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
So,
And then this is a D4 plus 2.
at breakfast.
1, 2,
Well,
3,
I guess
4,
before we
5.
get together to leave for breakfast. Or whatever. I'll just... So, guys... So a lot went down last night, and we didn't really talk things out that we should talk out. I think we should have a bit of a discussion before we go in and do whatever we're going to do tonight. But, I tried not to kill that guy, the archivist. He was knocked out. He was tied up. And both of you went out of your way to go against that and murder him.
He was also trying to summon a Vorgash into the material plane.
We don't actually definitively know whether or not he was.
Just down the hall, he literally had a demon summoning circle. I know you didn't see it with your own eyes, but we cannot let that evil into the world. We know what would happen. We've seen the paperwork of what was on his shelf.
You realize some people are just working for really bad people and not necessarily privy to all the information at hand. I don't know whether or not this guy was, but we won't know that now.
I mean, he was the archivist. I'm sure he is aware of what documents reside in his library.
He's no longer aware of anything. He's dead.
Correct.
Gilly, while I was not complacent or participating in him being slain, I likely would have done the same thing. I remember one of us confronted him, and he, forgive my memory, stated, by any means necessary, in reference to that summoning circle. It seemed that he indeed was aware of the actions that were going on in the building that was under his purview.
And later that night, Sibelius seemed to be all on board, allowing Morgan to unleash an unending winter.
I mean, we don't know what Morgan's going to unleash.
Hang on. So, you were okay with it because you thought whatever means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, you've rethunk that a bit.
A bit.
So if we had judged based on Sibelius's first opinion, first stance, should we have just murdered Sibelius?
I believe the key difference here is that we, through our companionship, are a judge of each other's characters. At least, maybe we think that we do. Sibelius has never raised his sword against me. I have no doubts in my mind that the archivist would have slaughtered us if given the opportunity.
You've tried to kill me.
I was magically compelled.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
And actually I did not. I stopped myself.
You
If
tried.
you will remember, I succeeded. Gilly.
I don't know how long you would have succeeded. Anyway, that's
In
not the
this
point.
world-
My point is that just because one thing happens doesn't mean you murder that person. Just because, and we don't know the whole long and short of everything. We didn't know anything about what he knew or what those books contained when you murdered him.
Perhaps it would have...
What if he had just been working there? Forget what the texts say. Forget what you think you know. What if he was just working there?
I do not believe that we would have murdered the janitor.
He killed me.
Twice. Almost twice.
We came in there and attacked everybody. We came in there with that intent. You murdered the guard up on top before anything even happened. And then, what? They're supposed to not defend themselves from us?
I never said
We
they
had
needed
a
to
whole
not defend
conversation
themselves.
with him.
Yeah.
If you're only upset about the archivist made the bed that he lied in.
I'm upset about the guard on top, too. Those people are just working there. You think the
Not
guard
that
that was on top of the roof knew what was going on inside the building?
That I have no idea.
And
But
we
this
never
whole
will.
conversation started because you're upset about the archivist. He tried to kill me. He
Tried to kill
inadvertently
all of us.
threatened me in my life twice.
Like I said,
The archivist
we're
was
the ones who
self-defense.
came in there. He was self-defending.
It's a good thing we did, because he was literally summoning a demon.
And the hindsight is all well and good, but my point is, what if next time that happens, it's not such? What if the next time that happens, you think you're in the right and you just go ahead and murder somebody and it turns out they had nothing to do with anything?
Bring the law against me. I'm sure I deserve it.
Look, alright,
Would you have done the same with Trilly? Would you have tried to convince the hags otherwise?
I wish
not
I
to take
had.
them?
You guys hear a from upstairs as Francis and a Warforged. Well, actually, yeah, the Francis and a Warforged come descending down the stairs. Oh, hey everyone!
Do you sleep well?
Yeah, I slept like a baby.
Perfect.
Do I recognize this Warforged?
You do. It's Slip, your old war buddy.
Hello.
Oh, hello. It's good to see you. I, of course, anticipated that you would be here because I'm not a simpleton. But I didn't catch you last night.
I'm just like looking blankly from her to Francis. From her, yeah, her, they. To Francis.
They or her for Slip,
They.
yeah. You, Justice would prefer to call Slip they.
Okay, they. I didn't know what she went by.
Yeah.
They went by. Are you looking for me?
No. If I was looking for you, I would have found you by now.
I trust that your evening was, and I'll look over at Francis, constructive.
Incredibly. You all look so serious. Is the muskmelon sour this morning for these fleshies?
No, it's quite delicious.
I enjoyed a soup.
She sits down. She's like, ah, and Francis sits down. She's like, so what's the topic of conversation?
Murder.
Oh, that's my favorite subject.
I remember.
I was really more of a scout. Who are we murdering, or who did you murder?
I'll look to the group.
Very evil person.
Oh,
We are debating the virtues of staying one's hand when given the opportunity.
wow. It's a pretty heavy conversation for breakfast. Are you guys always like this?
Sometimes.
Only when we wear our jewelry.
So, you are talking about patience and mercy.
I guess to an effect.
I hear
Right.
they're cousins of justice.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the goddess Marissa's two swords are justice and mercy. And who was it that deserved mercy? Francis goes, oh, it was this really old guy in a tower. Understood. Well, all right then. And who has a problem with killing the old guy in the tower?
I think at some level we all do. Some of us are just more pragmatic in the moment. Whether it's the right thing to do or not, it's a completely different story. But unfortunately, I am not allowed such luxuries.
In the war, we killed a lot of people. Not all of them deserved it.
They never do.
But this old guy in the tower, I mean,
He was summoning a demon.
okay. Sometimes it's just people's job to work for cruel people.
That's what I said.
But it's also a choice to work for cruel people.
Correct.
Depending upon how much you know.
And this old man worked for...
The tribe
Someone
has-
whose intentions are difficult to pin down.
Oh,
Is
Hard
it
to read, sword.
Duplicoi, the Creighton's hand.
God.
He's a friend.
oh,
They're a friend.
Duplicroy. One of the greatest financial gangsters in the history of the world. And the slave masters, Angela and Axel Creighton. Yeah, those are murky waters.
The latter two are not who I meant.
All right. Well, I saw this one off, and she taps Francis on the... I was just passing through, collecting intelligence.
I'm sure we've provided plenty.
You often do.
My fond way. We were espousing her stuff in a fond way.
Yeah. This is not Alexis glaring at Chase. This is Gilly staring down Justice.
I didn't say my fun way. I was just joking.
I know.
Well, I've got a job to do. Good luck with your cantaloupe.
Perhaps if you were still in town after the concert tonight, we can catch up.
After the concert.
Indeed, there's preparations to be had.
You sure you don't want me there?
That could be a
Francis just looks sheepishly. I may have told her.
Justice literally like that. Slip, if you are not adverse to that, it would not be harmful to have somebody on our side.
I think I'll pass. I'll see you afterwards.
It will be good to catch up.
And they get up and just walk on. It's good seeing all of you.
Nice to meet you, I suppose, on my end at least.
It's good seeing you again.
Great. That's not unsettling at all.
They just walk away.
Justice? What in the ever-living fuck was that?
That was Slip, Francis says.
No, I know.
I'm sorry, this is one of my acquaintances, a friend from the war. We are...
Just the war?
And after.
It's the after I'm concerned about. The after and what? Why is that individual keeping tabs on us?
I do not believe that... Well, if they are keeping tabs on us specifically, perhaps there's a contract, but I'm under no reason to believe that they are specifically tracking us. Or perhaps they are. I do not know.
And for whom?
Well, we were both... I believe the term was... Is acquaintance? Or journeyman? Acquaintance? College
We're talking about the ranking College of Whispers?
Yes.
You are
Associates.
associates.
We were both associates within the College of Whispers.
Where are our? Which tents?
Well, I believe that my allegiance to them has become somewhat tenuous over these months.
Yours, maybe. What about theirs?
I believe that you should be chastising Francis. He is the one who informed him of her... Sorry, he's the one who informed them of our plot tomorrow.
Yeah, I kind of told them about everything. Because they were asking a whole lot of questions.
Francis?
Yeah.
You sweet cinnamon bun. I'm gonna need you to just... For just a second. Okay.
If you're done chastising me, Slip is one of the oldest friends that I have, and I would consider to be one of the most trustworthy in my profession. I apologize that our paths crossed at this moment, and that after a night of coitus, Francis revealed our plans.
That obviously I'm not mad about with you. I'm frustrated because how long have you known that the College of Whispers was on our tail, like just watching us?
I am under no impression that we are specifically being trailed by the College of Whispers. Our paths have crossed many times throughout our career, as we have similar...
You have
missions.
reason to become in contact with Slip, but does Slip have any reason to come in contact with a lot of us?
We're in one of the seedy parts of town.
Indeed, it could be a coincidence, it could be something else. Perhaps the College of Whispers is checking in on me. I have not checked in for some time.
Well, what sort of hell is that going to bring down on our heads?
I believe nothing that can be dealt with tonight before the concert. But if Slip wished to murder us, I believe that she would have attempted to do so in our sleep.
Oh yeah, they totally had me like, oh my god, at like their beck and call. They could have just done me in at any moment.
I believe that, Francis. I really do.
I mean,
Francis, did you get something out of your system?
yeah, I did
More
actually.
into his system.
Perhaps you could be slightly less overt with me then.
Splinter in the screen.
Oh, I'm over you.
I am glad to hear it. Are we still acquaintances?
He'd still rather be
Comrades.
under you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Perhaps we should finish this conversation later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you have any practice time scheduled with Morgan before the concert or anything?
Whatever practice time was scheduled with Glitch.
Does she? I'm sure she knows Glitch is gone.
I don't know what she knows. I don't know whether or not it's a good idea to
It's early, right?
reach out or anything.
Would you like to try and talk to Glitch? If he's on the material plane, we can reach him.
How? Because I don't think sending is going to work because
If he's
I'm sure
unconscious.
Dupla. He isn't an elf, so maybe he does.
It doesn't matter
dream.
as long as he's unconscious or willing.
Yeah. Okay.
If I think it's early enough to try that he might still be unconscious from whatever he was hit with,
Okay.
let's go ahead and try dream for the first time.
Who's the messenger? You or Gilly?
Do you want to talk to her or do you want me to talk to him for you and figure out where he is?
Will I be aware of anything happening around me if I do it?
I don't think so. You'll just be you. You'll just be in a messenger. I'll read this one.
Can you give me like a crash
Well,
course
in the
what to look
trance,
for?
the messenger is aware of his or her surroundings and cannot take actions or move.
There you go.
But I can interact with you still?
But you can't take actions or
No.
move.
Could we talk?
No.
I
No, can't
You-
talk.
don't think
No.
so.
Okay.
Um,
Could you give me an idea of what to kind of look for?
If he is there, he's knock on wood. The couple of times I've used it, it's been with a creature that knows me, and there were no barriers. He's not 100% half elf, right? He's a half elf to us.
Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
He's more.
I don't think there's anything elf of him anymore.
It would be easier if he was an elf. If he allows, I believe he could go into a trance state and converse with you. As long as he's on the material plane. If he is surrounded by barriers that would prevent scrying, that prevents this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So, what do you wish to
Same
do?
purpose of existence. If he is not asleep or he does not accept the messenger, you can wait up to 8 hours and to see if he goes into an unconscious state, and if he does, you'll meet him then.
Okay. I mean, it's early enough that 8 hours from now the concert still won't have happened, so...
I think you could cast the hut and sit within it and be the messenger at the same time.
Well, knowing what I know about how the hut works, do I think that would work?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
The hut only blocks spells with ranges. Passing through is dependent on a spell having a range. The dream just happens.
Okay.
That's why Misty Step works, because it doesn't have a range. But the Dimension Door doesn't work through the hut because it has a range. Actually,
Okay.
pass through.
Doesn't the hut protect against certain scrying magics, though?
So
I'm
this-
telling you, it's fine.
That's fine, okay.
Good
Yeah.
God.
Yes.
That makes me worry about when we've used it against, like, Dupla or anything. Not that that would have worked anyway, because it's Dupla.
No, we think it's our best one.
I will warn you that if you get angry and you decide to appear monstrous, you can harm him.
Okay. That's good to know. I don't want to do that.
So what are you guys doing?
Do you want to try this not in a public space?
Yeah, preferably, yeah.
We'll stay with you too, with your body at least, to make sure nothing happens.
Indeed. Francis, you're remaining with us.
Oh, definitely. I want to see you guys through at least till you depart from Fort Mount Hall.
Of course.
I've got stuff to do. Gotta go volunteer for the guard and stuff, but I'll stick around for the day and see you through the concert.
Company is also always welcome.
I was thinking about being a volunteer. It's it's on your terms.
Volunteer.
Oh, but I take it very seriously.
I believe you do.
I appreciate him so much. Sorry. We make our way up to one of the private rooms then?
Yeah.
Cast a...
You go up to a private room. You guys kind of form a little circle of friendship. The hut is cast. Selena.
The real
Friendship circle.
The real hut is the friends you made along the
way.
way.
Alrighty.
Soon you'll all be dead and I'll be free.
Yep.
So you hope.
Then it
true.
takes 1 minute to cast Dream. I was not able to do this last night.
Right, we were all pretty tapped.
So,
Mentally and physically.
Right.
how's my
This
is my music now. I forgot where I put it.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right, Selena. So as you harness the power of the Erisa drill and your
Give her
training.
inspiration, because I don't know if that's a thing that she'll need or not, but I give it to her.
Okay. And you touch Gilly kind of on the forehead. You see her eyes. You see her body go stiff, and she goes horizontal, and she's just kind of suspended in midair. Gilly. Oh God.
There is no Gilly, only Zool.
You are in Fort Mountain Hall in the Pink Flamingo, and then it just lifts away. You stand among the clouds. The world spins. You can see beneath you the continent, the western continent, the country of Gishari. You can see the Durfin Archipelago to the south. You can see Cardoon to the north. To the northeast, you see Athadia. And to the south, you see the southern continent, Korkoth, Akara, and all the other intended lands. And your body just races towards the Athadian continent. You fly through cloud and smoke and pink and green. Your body just hurls down to a small town in a very small mountain range, somewhere in the Republic of Dalmaria.
Am I able to make out if it looks like where Justice pointed out that town Regret on that map?
You may. It's the only thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
You are in a nice home. It has the trappings of Dalmarian nobility. Beautiful, fine colors of white and gold, as are the colors of the Dalmarian Republic. But where trappings of armaments and slain beasts and trophies should lay, you just see faces twisted and turned. Some are smiling. Hello. Others are snarling at you. The carpet has a kind of jelly-like form. And you bounce slowly on it. Your feet sink ever so often. At the end of the hallway kind of twists and turns. It's squared, it's circle, it's triangular, and it dips down into like this divot where very dirty, very lonely Glitch sits. Half of him is in his beautiful, pristine elven form, the other half in his rock, icy demon self. You hear voices. She's new. She looks nice. Should we play with her? No, darlings. Let's just watch.
Did one of those voices sound like Dupla?
Nope. They don't sound familiar in the slightest. You can see the large rock-like arm lift from his head.
Gilly.
Glitch?
Gilly.
Oh God. Why are you doing this to me, Matthew? What's she done to you? Anything?
Asleep.
So, Selena helped me find you like this.
Power gone. No magic.
You see a dimness in his eyes. A loss of intelligence. A lack of attachment.
It's gonna be okay. I'll figure it out. You just hang on.
Green burrow. Green burrow.
Did he say burrow or burrow?
You're not sure.
So, I see that he's sort of half in and half out of his elven form. And he's doesn't seem like he's all there.
Yeah, he's definitely not all there. His mind seems to be gone. His ability to perceive and his attachment to reality is just kind of, you could see he's like a wisp of his former self.
Do I have any idea what sorts of magics do that?
Roll Arcana.
Reroll ones.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, it didn't quite land. Shit, it's a little worse. 11.
You're not sure.
Yeah. But I'm trying to commit as much to memory as I can so I can talk to Civilius through it. Do you... I don't know if he's going to have any way to answer me on this. Do you think Morgan would come looking for you?
No. Morgan. Who? Morgan.
Fuck. But he knew who I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear it somewhere off in the distance.
Glitch, just hold on. Remember my face. Remember my voice. Hear my voice. And I'm going to find you. And I'm going to try to inspire him. I don't know if I can do it through the dream.
Roll Charisma.
Okay.
Oh, this is getting interesting. You hear a voice say,
Reroll once? What the fuck?
It's 2 in a row.
Dice are not with you tonight.
They're not. Not as
Dice.
such. Not as such, no.
New campaign next week, folks.
A taste,
19 on the time.
a taste of things to come.
But if you can do this and you can tell
Just-
me, I might be able to do great restoration tomorrow.
Just a regular charisma check.
Yeah, straight Charisma.
25.
So you, well, it's still a jack of all trades, so 27.
Sorry,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
27.
So, not that it matters, but so you just push through everything, and how do you inspire him? What do you sing? What do you say?
He looks at you. Remember Gilly. Always remember Gilly.
I'm sure that I have heard some sort of... Because I think he was elven before he
Yeah.
became this. I'm going to try to think of some sort of elven, like, love song or something.
Okay.
And just sing that.
Okay. And you feel 3 shapes behind you. 3 immaculate and gorgeous humanoids. One is a woman with bright red hair that just falls all around her. She has sharp, impossibly long claws. You can see she wears all sorts of different fabrics that are garish and seem to clash but somehow work for her. Next to her is a very chubby and kind of wolfish but very in command of her sexuality woman with a dark skin and jet black hair that is just sleeked back and straightened perfectly. She also wears a kind of purple and red and these kind of vibrant emotional colors. She does not have claws. Well, she does. They're just not long. They're more turned in. And the other is a man with brilliant blonde hair that is just straight up like a frickin' thing of lipstick. And he's in a really sharp black and white penguin suit, but it has a really blood red tie that shoots down and fades into purple. You've come to our court. Did you come to be one of us? One of us. One of us.
I'm going to... This is stupid as fuck. I'm going to try to use Fey Presence. It's a thing that they're not, hopefully not able to perceive. But who knows?
You just see them blink their eyes. What was that? Was that stiff wind?
I don't know how wind operates in this.
See, one of them
reality.
starts moving to the right and one starts moving left. Shall we keep her? Shall we keep her?
Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out.
So you can come out of your trance at any time.
Can I?
Yeah, you can. You see ones with the
Yep.
wake back up, leaving whatever that was behind. But you're still here. You'll have to sleep someday, won't you?
Okay.
Someday soon?
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
College
Me,
of the
have
Incubus.
to sleep.
You are such a terrible person.
I was waiting for you to be the first one to use dream.
No. Oh no, oh no.
Luckily,
I should
you don't
laugh
have
so
to
much
sleep
on
someday.
stream. It's very unbecoming.
It's very unbecoming. I mean, I feel like the laughter is slightly less antagonistic than get fucked. Did you find him?
Yeah?
You were
And
whimpering there for a little bit.
yep, something else found me.
So since it's my spell, can I see any of that through it? I don't.
I don't think
It's very
so.
ambiguous. It doesn't
Yeah.
say yes. It doesn't say no.
You can read her reactions. So it looks like she might have wandered into nightmare territory. I'll say that.
Okay.
Gilly, are you okay?
I never want to sleep ever again.
I mean,
As long as you keep that ring
you
on.
didn't become a nightmare for him, did you?
No, not as such.
Did you see something else?
Yep.
Are they
And
tormenting him?
I take a minute to compose myself, and I try to relay as much of the dream/nightmare thing and the whole occurrence of everything as much as I can.
Does the name Greensboro or Barrow Greenboro strike any chords?
Roll religion with disadvantage.
Hey.
Are you asking the group or are you?
Well, she
Is there
said
anyone
it.
proficient in religion?
Yeah, I'm not rolling for the group. I was just thinking when she said it, did it click anything? in my
Right.
head?
Yeah. Roll with
I'm
disadvantage.
not
I'm
proficient, but I will inspire somebody who's going to try it.
Has it been less than 10 minutes? Do I still have inspiration?
Yeah.
Can I lean on your Drill for knowing what
Ooh.
Greenboro is?
So go and roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Me.
Yeah, both of you.
Yeah, because we're kind of
Yeah.
independently.
And then I'm gonna use a D8.
Inspiring both of you.
and
I mean, you were already inspired, but I'm inspiring Justice.
I'm gonna guide myself.
Okay. Good luck.
Good luck on those, right?
Net 20s, come on.
So that's a 4.
Well, good thing I'm
So
trained.
take the lowest.
9 and a 10, so it really doesn't matter.
Oh, pods.
13.
13, 16, 17, 18.
Greenboro, it could be anything. It does not ring any bells.
Is that any transportation? So, assuming I'm internally monologuing as well as in the group,
You
is
think?
that some type of... I mean, Still Tower's energy was all green, coming from the tower. Presumably, if he was in league with this group,
Yeah, turn it downstairs a bit. So your researcher will pipe up since you asked her. She'll be like, I think it's a location? It's a place, I think. I'll have to think.
because how would I know how he could have been transported from here to Dalmaria?
Teleportation.
And okay, so just straight up teleportation,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and it wouldn't have looked like a green burrow if it was green magic energy.
No.
I mean,
Okay.
I did relay that there was some sort of green and black sort of shimmer of magics around him the first time he was initially held.
maybe Greenbarrow's referring to a place where he's trapped in Athadia.
Could
If
be.
it's like a
Dalmaria.
location,
Right.
yeah, if it's a location in Regret or something.
Indeed.
Because Regret's an entire town.
That
So-
doesn't exist.
Sure.
Indeed.
But maybe there's a sign or something that would point us. Once we get there, we'll have to keep that in mind.
And not to be selfish, but we're sure it's not something underneath the city that, you know, might have been underneath concert hall outside of town.
I'm confused.
They're burrows, they're tunnels, they're underneath. This is an underground city. Could it be something where her allies could be hiding to kill us? We just took out Tridesmond Tower, and
Could it be connected more broadly? Could it be connected to Morgan rather than Glitch? More so, you know what I mean?
Francis, you're more familiar with the area surrounding. Does that ring any bells for you?
Greenboro. Let me check. No. It's a
Not
-1.
That'd be funny.
Maybe it has to do with the other things you talked about with him before.
Well, we had been talking about hags
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
and first rites and such.
It's kind of like, I was going to say like a collect call. You kind of got to try to get as much information in as possible.
but only kids in the
So
90s.
you're smart enough. You're like, you know, this is probably less to do about him and his capture and more to do about
Right.
why he was, well, not why he was taken, but the hags and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of again like a collect call. But yeah, baby, it's a boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Glitch doesn't know whether he's just.
Yeah, so. I mean, I just want to make sure it's not a warning. But I guess we have no way of knowing, so keep a lookout for green burrows, folks.
Is this a green burrow?
I'm wearing green.
Oh my God,
We're
so am
green.
I.
I'm the green burrow.
I've been the Green
We are the
Burrow all
green burrow.
along.
Oh no. What have we
Not
done?
entirely sure what's happening
This
here.
is going to become our chair.
Conspiracy
Correct.
theories. What is Green Burrow? What is it now?
Where were the other green burrows going?
So how long did that take?
A little less than 10 minutes, I
Little less than
think.
10
So now you guys, after this, 15 minutes. Yeah. Not like it happened.
Alright. Well, at least you know he's alive. He's on this plane of existence and vaguely where he is.
And not quite him.
Whole. We,
We just fucking did this!
Did what?
had to save somebody.
We
Oh.
just fucking did this.
Yeah, Vera.
At least he's not on a different plane of existence.
3
Not
times.
that it should make any easier, but he's not on a different plane of existence.
He's just in a city that doesn't exist on a map.
Correct.
Exists on our map, close enough.
Indeed. This seems to be our lot in life, saving those who need rescuing.
Yeah, you guys crossed the wrong fucking people.
Does Naz have any idea?
Oh yeah,
Well,
Naz has
Reaper.
been with us this whole time.
I just think Naz just
Naz
eating.
and all that.
Naz and Alric have just been kind of...
I have some thoughts. I will share them if we survive.
Excellent.
So you don't.
Perfect.
Your thoughts are that it's not pertinent to beforehand; it's more pertinent to after.
After.
Okay.
So, you're practicing today and trying not to give everything away to Morgan. What do you need the rest of us to do?
Fuck if I know.
We do have a particular set of skills.
Well, maybe we should stock up on supplies and just get ready with a positive can-do attitude.
So let's buy some potions of cold resistance.
Indeed.
I mean, we're gonna wipe out all the resistances this town has between the lightning and the
Fire
fire
and
and the
poison.
cold.
One
Is there a potion
benefit
of all resistance?
of playing in the Western continent,
Well stocked.
there's almost an unlimited supply of basic consumables when you're in the major capitals, especially the southern capitals.
Oh goodness.
Not unlimited, but a lot.
Well, up on those, some greater healing potions.
Yeah. So going rate for resistance potions are, I believe, 100. So mark it off. 150 for greater healing. These are standard market rates, no haggling.
Mm-hmm. You've got time for haggling.
That's right.
Cold potion. You said
100
that
G a
was
pop.
100
Yeah. And then
then
greater healing is 150 a pop.
potion of greater healing.
And there are no anti-charm potions, just so you all know.
It's called
If
being
I
one out.
buy 3, that's not gonna wipe anyone out, right? 3
Nope.
greater healing. And then.
So hang on. So I'll write this down. We're getting 4 potions of cold resistance.
5, please. 6.
Oh right, it's
Naz
more than
and
just
Francis.
us fighting. That's
Oh,
right.
and Alric. So I've
Wait, is Alric coming?
No,
Is he
but
healthy?
he's gonna have all the same resistances we do at the end of the day. So I'm buying 3 potions of greater healing and 2 of cold resistance.
Naz pipes up. I am immune to extreme temperatures.
Oh, that's helpful.
That's helpful.
Okay.
Francis,
Good
are
trick.
you immune to extreme temperatures?
No!
Okay.
Remember that time I almost got dropped in lava?
Yes.
Yeah. Wasn't immune.
No.
Not as such.
No.
No.
Should work on that.
I wish I could.
I believe in you.
Maybe one of those volcanic armor thingies would have helped me. But we didn't loot the body.
Not as such. No.
Well, he didn't take off his armor.
Do you have
Because it would have taken 10 minutes or an hour or whatever.
Do you have coin you're willing to spend on potions?
I believe I helped all of you acquire vast sums of money recently.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So,
It was just a reasonable.
I was
just a
going to pick
question.
up 2
You get
greater
an
healings. So, if we're each picking up at least 1. Maybe 2.
Okay.
So Julius just said,
So-
"Do you get an allowance?"
So.
We all missed that.
So.
You should
So.
speak up.
So.
I did. It's okay.
Good God.
Do you get an
You're buying 2 of everything that you're gonna be buying.
I'm marking mine down on the party pool, so yes.
Are you marking it down on your purchase?
My side.
Okay.
My page.
All right.
Because I'm keeping track of my purchases.
All right. So I will write. So we can each track our own
Yes.
potion purchases, but I will put down Francis's potion out of the party pool.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay, that works.
Yeah. Make it easy.
So,
Yes.
I'll be buying 2 greater, 1 regular. Out of my money.
Okay.
Stating that out.
So is there anything else? Gil, you're going to breakfast with your sister. You imagine so one interesting note about gay bathhouses, they work basically off the books, like in a way. So when you stay at a gay bathhouse, you don't go on the larger records. You can't be
Right.
traced.
Right.
So you imagine that your sister, since you give her a locale, is going to be meeting you at the Golden Stalman
That's what I
because
said.
you're traced there.
Yep, that's what I assumed. So I reached out to my sister, Corinne, last night because, you know, I wasn't sure whether or not they were going to be around for whatever's happening tonight. And I can't handle fighting more than one sibling at a time, guys. So I'm just gonna go have breakfast with her. Could you back me up just in the same building? Like a few booths over or something. I don't want to be
Indeed.
there alone.
She knows you're traveling with us?
Well, yeah, I mean, you've met her.
I mean, yeah. Do we need to be disguised or anything? Do you want us to be remain hidden or just in another booth close by? Do you think it's necessary?
Yep, I know.
I'd say use your best judgment on that. I don't know anymore. I can't figure anything out. I don't know what up and down is anymore.
Do you want all of us?
Yeah. Preferably, but, you know, then again,
Perhaps
Yeah.
we can return to our own rooms in the Golden Salmon. We will be very close by. You have a horn of alarm, do you not?
Yep.
I can disguise myself and be in the room if she needs immediate assistance.
And then are you currently using the ring of spell storing?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you weren't, I was going to see if Albert wanted a little extra.
yeah, I want to make sure we've got that revivify in that ring.
Of course.
Alrighty, so you guys are headed to the Golden Stoutman?
Indeed.
I would double check that Alric wanted to come with us.
Oh, I'm always up for a field trip. I'm feeling good.
Okay, you tell me if you get tired. We'll either bring you back to the Flamingo. The ship probably is no longer safe, or we can find you somewhere.
I will speak up if I'm feeling exhausted.
I've got a whole tower I can send you to. You can be my princess.
No. I think I've had enough being someone's princess in a tower.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
The ball gag is really just what sets it off.
Moving
Alrighty.
along.
And the Mr. Cobblestone.
So yeah.
As you guys make your way back to the Golden Stoutman, Naz is going to depart. They are going to say, I have a few last minute, well not last minute, I have 11th hour preparations to commit to. It's not, I hope to see you all there, but you have to understand, you won't see me again before the concert tonight.
Naz,
Go ahead.
Yes.
before you go, do you have any idea how you're going to pull this off so that we can support you in the best way possible? So we're not surprised.
When everyone's watching at the crescendo and everyone's breath is bated, that's when I'll make my move. It's the only way to ensure.
Perfect.
And we will be there at your side.
We'll wait for your signal.
It'll be obvious.
Perfect. Alright.
If I may, one moment. Selena, can I speak to you?
Absolutely.
They just pull you aside a little bit. I have heard in the recountings of your tales that you are an expert at dispelling magic.
Expert's probably a strong word, but I've gotten lucky.
As Justice tells it, you've foiled several powerful wards that have kept others at bay.
As I said, I think I've just gotten lucky, but yes, that is true.
I have pondered the following question for some months. I will leave it to your great wisdom. There is a device in these concerts that allows the concert to be broadcasted. It is a magical sensor that appears just before it, that floats just above the front of the stage. It projects the image of the concert through the capitals.
Would you like me to dismantle it?
I don't know. can't decide if I'm ready for all those people to see me kill Morgan, or to let the whole world watch me do it.
If we succeed, we could absolutely be on the wrong side of history, no matter if it's 1 person or 2 billion. Would that augment her downfall for the whole world to see it and keep her from rising to power again? Or does that create a martyr and give her more power in the long run?
That's what I don't know. I just thought I'd tell you I don't have those abilities. Not outside of this.
I can target it, and I can give myself the best opportunity.
Okay. I'm sorry that this falls on you.
Each of us have a role to play.
I'll see you at the concert.
We will.
Yeah. Swiftly move out of the way. You guys return to the Golden Stoutman. Yeah, we did, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, because I stopped playing music. Not on purpose, but...
I mean, if it was on purpose.
Sometimes it is. You step in, you do not see Corn, but one of the innkeeper... Oh, Miss O'Shea, your reservation, and points to a nice empty table.
Who made the reservation?
Corn O'Shea.
Thank you.
Yeah. They seat you down. What would you like to drink? You guys all disperse to your rooms?
I'm actually going to use, before we enter,
Yeah.
I'm going to use alter self.
Okay.
I'm going to make myself look like a female half-elf with light auburn hair.
So there's... As these tiny little shadow worms crawl all over Justice, and when they recede back into his, they kind of consume him, and then they recede, and as they recede back into like the outlining of his skin, he forms anew. Last 10 minutes.
Oh, and
Yeah, alter self is 10 minutes, but it's a lot harder to foil and
Oh,
has
sorry.
more options.
I thought okay, I thought it was longer than that. I thought it was an hour. Okay.
You can just re-up it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say, well, I'm ready. Time to go in.
So, yeah. We'll go up to a room, and I'll try to take a short rest.
You can. Well,
I'll try to take a short
yeah,
rest.
yeah.
Decide
Now
later.
I think about it. Yeah, hold on.
Decide later. I
Yeah.
will try to take a short
Yeah,
rest.
Thank you.
The spell does say up to 1 hour.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, alter self?
Yes.
No.
Oh, good.
Did they? Is that a... What? I literally
So-
checked it.
So I think
Sorry.
disguise.
No, it's okay.
self
I'm
is
happy
10
it's an
minutes.
hour.
I'm on the Roll20 compendium. I could pull it up.
Well, that's SRD, though. Oh, it is 1 hour. Okay.
I think disguise self is 10 minutes.
No, that's an hour. There was
It's an
some-
hour.
I must have read the wrong thing. Well, that actually makes me happy. That makes it even better. Because I was worried
Yeah.
that it only lasts for 10 minutes. Great.
Thanks.
But it is concentration.
Yeah.
All right. So you sit down. Oh, yeah. Oh, what would you like to drink, miss?
Have a nice tea to calm the nerves.
Of course. Did you want anything extra in it?
No thanks.
All right. Get you a nice red tea, I guess. I don't know. You sit there for a few minutes, and you're just kind of staring into your hot mug, feeling the warmth of the mug, thinking. You get kind of lost in your thoughts for a moment. There's a as someone sits down. Your eyes drift up. You see blue and silver robes, and an eye medallion greet your vision first. The auburn hair of your mother, Nafanwe, the Lady of the Meadows. The Lady of the Meadows. Gilly, I believe you left me a message.
Get up.
So you see Nafanwe sit down.
Yep, I'm sitting over there
You
like
see on
sipping
her-
a mimosa.
You see on her back.
Is she actually here?
Roll investigate. There's one.
Because she can do that. 23.
So you peer in, you realize there's only one surefire way to tell, and you kind of just go to put your hand, not really lovingly, but more firmly on her, kind of like a claw. You're like, and you touch skin. And she, with her hands, her halfling hands, just sit there. You pull back. She appears to be there.
And her.
Yes. There are no illusions or transmutation magic that you can perceive. You do see that she has a staff that you have not seen for a very long time, not for about 15 years, on her back, not since the war.
Right.
You can see she's wearing these kind of sparkling gloves. You left me a message.
And you came dressed for battle.
These are just traveling clothes.
Bullshit.
So you think you know?
I don't think I know anything.
You told me you know all about me and Dupla.
I didn't say I know all about anything. All I said is I knew what you did to me.
So that much you know.
And I said that I needed answers, information. Because I don't know all of it. I'm pretty sure I don't even know the half of it. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I'm glad that landed.
I tried to protect you. I tried to keep you safe from harm, from things you weren't ready to face. But you stuck your finger in the eye of a very powerful creature. Of course I modified your memory. Of course I modified Justice's memory. And of course Dupla did it again. You are better off not knowing.
Do you get to make those calls for me now? Still. Is it not more fair to maybe have that conversation with me before you modify my memory and actually give me a choice? I'm an adult. I realize that I'm still quite new to the way things work, and I don't know a whole lot. But I do think that I at least should have some sort of say in what happens to my own mind.
Tell me, how's it gone? You having a say? Kicking the hornet's nest. What's happened now? Where do you sit? And where do those who you love and care to protect? Where are they?
You know, I didn't even know it was a nest of hornets to be kicking, though.
Of course you did, Gilly.
Not when my memory was gone.
Where's your lover?
So,
Where is he?
I'm sure you know better than I.
Of course I know. You have sampled a fraction, one glimmer of the horror that this woman can bring down upon you and our house.
What does she have over you?
You say you're an adult, but you don't even know evil when you meet it. You don't even see pure, raw destruction when it's in front of your face. Dupla Croy doesn't need to have secrets against us. She doesn't need to have a move or a plan. She only need to set her eyes on our house and it would burn to the ground.
She is more powerful than anything that you have ever come across. She is ancient and unknown. She is an unspeakable creature. Do you think we made a deal?
No.
A woman of her power showed up on our doorstep. And at first, it was all pleasantries and deal making. And then the first time we ever got out of line, the first time we ever objected to the way things were going, she killed every last one of our children.
What?
Except for you. And then she brought him back. And she said, if we ever move against her again, if we ever say no, she'd do it all over again, include you, and that would be the last of it. You don't understand the deck that's stacked against you. You think you know evil. You think you have an idea of what's good and what's wrong, but you've never seen true power. You think in simple concepts, life and death and good and evil. There is only one true constant in this world. Power. She has it. We don't. Doesn't stop there. Just imagine the things you could do with thousands of years of arcane mysteries at your whim and your beck and call. Now cast away all care for others and all hand-wringing. That's Duplacroix. But you forced our hand. Lines have been drawn. And you've only begun to suffer.
What exactly do you mean when you say lines have been drawn?
Your minds have been cured. Not once for some of you, but twice. Dubla's done. You're a lost cause. So is justice. So now, you're her enemy. God has saved you. I've made it clear to her that I had no hand in it. I've begged her to spare our lives. You see her look over. She stands up.
That's it.
You may be Gilly, but you're no daughter of mine. You don't belong to this family anymore. You're on your own.
Insight check.
Roll insight.
Is she putting on a show?
Roll insight. Duplo rolled insight as well. Oh, good lord.
Natural 20.
You look, and you peer, and you see her glance over. And you see, just out of the glimmer of your eye, this kind of invisible square. This kind of cube that seems to be rotating.
You just barely catch it by the light. You've seen this before. It's a scrying sensor. You look back at your mom.
Is
And you
there...
believe that she's putting on a show.
Okay. Is there...
Damn, that's a natural 20 to ruin a reveal later.
I'm gonna put my whole fist in my mouth.
Is there...
We're in danger.
Was there ever... I know some families, especially families that have very intelligent and foresightful minds attached to them, which I'm hoping that works for my mum. Was there ever like a safe word of if so-and-so goes to pick you up and doesn't have the safe word, you don't go in a car with them, that kind
You
of thing?
might have one, but you probably know that trying to use familial safe words with a memory expert is a really bad idea.
Okay.
A really profoundly bad idea.
Okay.
Which is why she hasn't used it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I make a show of it too.
She just stares at you. You're outcast from this family. Don't come looking to us for help. Because you won't find it. And if you show up at O'Shea Manor again, I'll just let her kill you.
You're not my only family.
She turns around. She pauses. She walks away.
Fuck me so hard.
Sit over here eating my porridge. Sipping my samosa.
Alrighty.
Did you at least bring a tiny trash bin in here? Oh, good.
Is there anything anyone wishes to do before the concert?
You
Take a
mean
short
besides
rest.
Short rest.
hyperventilate for an hour?
Short rest.
Okay.
Stocked up.
Follow-up question. Before my mom's out of sight and out of range and everything, do I have any idea or any inkling if there's a danger of me trying to use it just message to get a message to her?
There's danger in all moves. There's a risk in every action you take. Especially ones that gain you knowledge, advantage, or move anything along. If you're asking if there is, in the player's handbook, a direct way to counter message, the answer is yes.
That's not what I mean. I meant more of like the scrying. Do I have any idea if mental messages have ever been like scryed on, or do I think?
The answer is yes.
Okay, then I don't risk that.
Once she has left, I'll finish my meal and put a silver on the table. I'll get up and I'll just kind of pause next to the table and not actually making eye contact with Gilly, just kind of like looking out the window like, that did not seem to go well. Shall we go to the room? And then I'll continue on, since we're doing this ruse of not knowing each other, and I'll continue on.
I'm just pretty catatonic.
Pause at the door.
I'm still just sitting there staring at my tea.
I'm gonna go upstairs. I don't want to blow my cover.
Way too long passes and I kind of shake out of it. I leave whatever money on the table for the tea and I overpay.
1,000 gold.
Head upstairs.
Platinum piece.
When are you going to go see Morgan?
It's probably assumed that I need to go see her,
Of
right?
course. There'd be no reason for you not to.
All things considered normal. How early had I usually been going?
So you guys have shopped. This is you're starting to get your couple hours before the sun starts to set. So now or within an hour would be good.
I need a short rest before I go talk to
You
Morgan.
would say we can say you get a short rest.
Okay. And at least a quick chat upstairs if nothing else.
Okay.
So how's your sister?
My sister didn't show.
Oh. Okay.
My mom did.
Oh.
In the awkward silence, I unattuned the winged boots for the staff of healing
Okay.
during my short rest, and I used my natural recovery.
Okay.
That's the best decision of the day.
I want my 5th level spell slot back, man. That was weird.
The staff
This
of
is not
healing
5
attunement
now.
is the best decision of the day. That's just hands down
You might
easiest,
need her.
best.
So,
Yeah, there's conversation we had.
So I take it probably didn't go well.
Not as such, no. But I did learn that Dupla is far more formidable and old than we had realized. And your cousin really put us in that.
I mean, we've been moving against Dupla for a while.
Well, we hadn't taken down one of her towers before.
No.
And we wouldn't have done it in this place and time had it not been for that cousin of yours. Not blaming you in any way, shape, or form.
It is what it is.
All your cousin.
We-
Whatever she is now.
We have been moving against Dupla for some time. It seems that this was an inevitability.
Yeah, but ants moving around. This is different. Termites have gotten into the wood of my house, and now I have to, burn all the termites alive.
I mean,
course.
moving around, breaking her spells on us. I think we've been an interest to her for a while.
Well, that was one thing. We hadn't acted on any of it. Having our minds back, that was one thing.
And what
But-
does
We hadn't done anything about it. We hadn't done anything with it. We didn't know to do anything with it.
unfortunately it is too late. The die has been cast. We must
Lines have been drawn, as my mom put it.
indeed. That was quite well, I hope you did not mind, but I was listening.
I assumed as much.
I apologize for what she said to you. She clearly was quite upset.
Who isn't these days?
Do we have any... I hate to put it this way, but the time does grow short. Do we have any last-minute plans before this evening? I fear that weighing on this for too long will perhaps slow our blades.
Right.
Yes, we need to be focused and sharp now more than ever.
Tonight might be the greatest challenge we have ever faced as a group.
Last question. It's a selfish 24 hours for me. I don't want to make this decision on my own. Were you aware that when Morgan holds a concert, she not only broadcasts to the people directly in front of her, but to every major city across the continent?
It's common knowledge.
Guess I missed it. I missed the memo. totally missed it.
It's like been briefly mentioned once. Yeah.
I'm the character that lives under
Right.
the rock.
Yeah.
As
Checks
the
out.
character-
Whereas Gilly would know that.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, of course.
I
like,
love
they
it.
have a delicatessen. What are
I
you
love it. Yeah.
I didn't realize that there was like a sensor to like do all of that stuff until tonight, but I'm rolling with it.
Nice.
Well, I'm the last one on that knowing train. But, more seriously, do we want the world to see what we're gonna do tonight? Or should we counteract whatever that is?
I don't reckon it's a good idea to have that broadcast everywhere.
She needs to fall from grace.
Well,
If the world sees it, does that make her a martyr?
Exactly.
Or do rumors only grow?
Perhaps in the end she will fall. If there's a risk of her becoming a martyr and her becoming one not. I would say.
No matter what happens, all the people physically there will see us. And word will spread.
Well, then I guess my first act this evening, when we get our giant display, is going to be to turn off the world. If we can.
It's so ominous.
turn off the world.
We're just going to go find the breaker switch for that one, guys.
The moment before the crescendo.
Pull the plug.
That's
So, here's the thing. Naz is a bright individual. I didn't think to bring this up before because it's
We're
obvious
busy.
why. But I'm guessing. I'm guessing that Naz has some sort of evidence or case of some sort built up so that should they succeed, or even if they don't, that there's some sort of maybe a paper trail or something.
I mean, we have the paper trail. It's the contract.
What contract?
The contract that raised you. Your parents signed.
She's not in that contract.
And there's also
But
the documentation that we found in the Archivist Tower.
No. Morgan's in the contract to bring Morgan back as your sister.
Right.
She's mentioned. She's not a
She's
signatory.
mentioned. She's not. Right.
She's not a signatory, but she's mentioned. It was part of that.
But is it mentioned in the contract what Morgan is?
You guys would have to study it, but what she is, I mean, maybe.
Because was it when we studied the contract?
Let's
that-
not get lost in the
Yeah.
weeds.
Right.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah.
There's enough
I think
of
that.
a paper trail.
Yeah. We just, should we succeed, are we going to be on the lam? That sort of thing.
I think that there is an eventuality that we must all be prepared for.
Right.
Starting
So-
out, we might be, but if we shut that off, it at least gives us a chance to control the narrative.
I agree. I 100% agree. I think also if you have any ideas to prepare for us potentially needing to go on the land,
I have.
that you can muster in.
I have contacts in Gish if we needed a place to flee to.
The capital?
Maybe the last place they would expect to find us.
It's the last place I want to go.
I mean, that's
But
where
wow.
we'll end up going anyways.
I have contacts and pull there.
Right, okay. Anyway,
We have someone worse. God, I can't believe I'm suggesting this.
Is this the
Are you gonna ask? Are you gonna go back to the mind flare?
the mind player? Yes.
Run back to the stone temple.
Yep, it's exactly where I'm gonna go.
God.
A little closer than Gish. That's not controlled by the Gish or Dupla. We can probably ask for relatively safe passage through the Umbral door to any of the other Umbral roads.
oh, mother of wow.
We can't It's not controlled by Dupla. It's not controlled by the Gish. It's not controlled by anybody.
Controlled by the dwarves that probably want to murder us all for blowing up a forge.
You know, maybe that dwarf that was friends with you, as long as we don't show him the winged boots, we should be fine.
I don't think he belonged to those dwarves.
But if we need to escape and we need to disappear for 24 hours, we can safely do so.
Correct. You guys are experts at that kind of thing.
Indeed.
I mean, either here, we can try and rely on the friends, God willing.
We have an airship.
We could go to the
steal
Warrens.
and fly out into the middle of
There is
I
no.
mean, she'll be dead, we can steal her airship.
You
Oh
could
my god.
you could travel east over the Draco Sierra Mountains and just swim away.
Perfect.
That's the
Problem
campaign.
solved. Sorted.
I can grow gills for 1 hour at a time. Not that I need them.
I
So-
can grow gills for 3 hours at a time.
Well,
I can't grow gills at all.
so
Neither can I.
Yeah,
I can
well,
make it look like I've got
you'll-
gills,
you'll
but that's
drown.
it. Anyway,
I-
so back to things that are actionable. So
we will.
I guess we'll figure that out when we get there.
Last but not least, aren't we already on the lam from Dupla?
Well,
And she controls everything as far as I can tell.
I mean,
And the
everything
gish.
is a
So we're still gonna have to
stretch.
flee no matter what.
I think that we should all be prepared for that.
Correct.
Okay.
Flee to
So
where?
let us focus
We'll
on
have
one
to
thing at
figure
a
it out.
time.
Okay.
We will destroy the sensor moments before the crescendo.
Yeah.
And then we do what we have done so many times before.
Okay. Then, I was going to enhance your abilities, but if that's okay, I'm going to enhance mine. So that we can, in one fell swoop, no matter how bad my luck is, someone seems to exaggerate it how good I am at this. We make sure that it gets turned off the first time.
Right.
Because I don't know what level spell that is. Do I know how
You think
we
it's
do
it's
this?
no more than 5, but probably definitely 3. It's like 3 to 5.
Okay,
So you got a decent shot.
okay. Because I don't know how this stuff works. Because I live under a rock. So here we are.
It's a level 20 spell. There's not 20th level spell histories. There was no.
Well, it depends.
Are
We are just talking about Morgan, not Duke.
Gilly, will you be able to hold yourself together in the presence of Morgan in the events leading up to our act?
I don't know.
Would it help you to have a ring that protects you from those reading your minds?
Is Mesa golden and magnificent?
I believe that would be an apt description of her, yes.
Yeah.
I would gladly loan you this ring.
Although the only thing is, well, I guess if she questions it, it's a reasonable precaution against vampires.
Indeed.
It's a reasonable precaution against a lot of things. She knows
And
about
Dupla.
Mm-hmm.
That will not stop her from reading
All right,
your...
yeah, I'll take
Please.
it.
I'll give her the ring of my
It
shield.
won't stop her from doing what?
It will not stop her from reading your emotions, but perhaps it will stop her from reading your mind.
My emotions are everywhere these days. Anyway,
I don't
Okay.
have common emotions.
So,
shit, I lost my train of thought.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm not trying to drag it on. It was just a thought. If we think it's useful, like it's not going to be a thing. I don't know if she ever reads your mind.
It's worth trying having that on me. Yep, gonna attune to that instead of the spell stirring for now at least. And
At least while you're in her presence.
exactly,
Maybe we can do the switch off before,
yeah,
No.
like during the wardrobe change. Okay,
right.
ready to go. I think we're ready.
Okay. So you're heading to the airship?
I really wish that we could just, have Morgan help us get Glitch back first, but this is not how this is gonna work.
No, not as such.
Not kill Morgan.
We've made this bet.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Many choices leading up. Wouldn't you know?
All right. I guess I'm going.
Good luck.
I mean, The only other thing I can do for you is I can charm you to forget momentarily and be a happy camper. Charm person. For an hour.
Would that work?
You'd be happy at least.
Oh God.
Modify memory.
I mean, that's all I've got, really.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Save your spell.
Okay. So, as you depart and wave goodbye to your friends, you head towards the air spire, the storm spire, the air spire of Fort Mountain Hall. You ascend the tower as you do, and land on the airship. Pretty quiet for Morgan's airship. There doesn't seem to be the hum of piano or the clinking of glasses that so often accompanies her royal magnificence. And you step on the wooden deck. As you descend down the stairs into the belly, you are greeted by the lovely sense of perfume and lotion. You make your way to the master bedroom, and you give it a gentle knock. Do, do, do. Come in!
Hello.
As you enter, you see Morgan is at her vanity. Very much like the first time you formally met her, in a lot of ways. In her vanity, she's in her star gown. It drifts across the floor, and the long train lays there. Her hair is put up very high, much like the first time you ever met her. She seems to be applying some kind of lotion to her wrist. The climate is dry down here. Oh, it's you. She turns around and crosses her legs. My darling sister. How are you this evening? This afternoon. Roll insight.
Reflexive.
Well, at this point, when she says my darling sister, yeah. Dirty 20.
She seems gleeful, excited, and happy. You can see she's moved on to applying some perfume.
What's the I don't know that I've been informed what's the agenda for the evening.
A concert of special magnificence, of course. We'll be dazzling, performing, all those things. But before that concert, I do believe you and I have to have a conversation. That's where we're going to go to break.
Fuck me.
Good lord, this game. Why?
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna, Gilly's
Just wait until you
Gilly's
see
not
it.
here anymore. I'm just gonna preemptively roll up a new character and that's what's gonna show up next week. Gilly's not here anymore.
Yep. So thank you, Joseph Timms, for the follow. Thank you, Horseboy, for the follow. Those are the ones that show up on the feed. There was someone earlier, too, but they're not on the feed. Thank you, folks. Thank you for those who resubscribed recently. We thanked all the other more recent people last night on the... But hey, let's thank them again. Hey, King Butterfree, Dwarf Cricket, Kano, Flying Horse, Duck, woo woo woo! All those people, thanks for following the other night. We will come back and see how this wicked web untangles. Do not go anywhere, folks. This is the episode to watch. This will define... Well, this is going to see if we even have a campaign to come back to next week.
Well, spoilers. No.
Oh, well, yeah. In 2 weeks. Anyway.
Good lord.
So, we will be back in about 20 minutes.
Time to get a stiff drink.
Click. We are back, folks, with a quite an intense first half. We return back to the drama and the
I'm sure it'll taper off now.
hours, but yeah, the
This
hours
is fine.
before the concert. We sit on the... Gilly has entered Morgan's antechamber outside her master bedroom, and they are talking.
I'm going to update the action tracker.
We have something to discuss, don't we, my dear sister? What are you going to wear tonight?
Well, I was thinking that I would use Oh God. The fucking music, Matthew.
What are you going to wear tonight, darling?
I was thinking I'd be using, that armor, that icy stuff that really looked nice last time. Right?
I think that sounds smashing.
It's
I love
kinda
the
just think similar to
Ice
that.
Warrior look. Winter night. It's quite nice. And have you been practicing with Glitch? I haven't seen him.
Dupla's got Glitch.
Come again.
We were having a walk last night. Just me and Glitch. And I sort of recount that, not everything, but
Okay.
that Dupla stopped him rather, held him in place, threatened me and took him.
Goodness gracious.
And that I sort of found him in a dream. But I'm not really sure how much of any of that was real.
Well, this simply won't do. The show must go on. We're running out of time. We'll have to, after the show, we'll have to come up with a plan to get Glitch back. Not going to let Mr. Nahakis himself lie in a puddle somewhere.
Do you think we can take Dupla?
Well, you don't have to take her on directly. Just have to rescue Glitch. When you can't meet someone on the field of combat, deception does the job.
I don't know how well someone like Dupla can be deceived. Isn't she some sort of mastermind?
I've deceived masterminds before. You should have by now. I'm sure there's someone you can think of you've deceived. Clever, powerful, who seems so immense, so overwhelming, so threatening, yet you slipped out of their grasp. The Steward of Gehenna, for example. You deceived him.
Right.
Huh.
Sort of.
Something wrong. I know Glitch has been taken, but you seem even more off your game than usual, darling. Dear sister.
Me mum showed up.
She did it.
She's basically disowned me.
That is...
Dupla has made it very clear to me parents that she can make them pay very dearly for not doing what she wants.
Right. When deception and guile won't work, brute force will do.
I suppose.
Can I confide in you on something? I know we've discussed my plans for Ascension and what that might mean. Sparse terms. It is coming very quickly. In the next few weeks you'll have to decide. Are you ready to become an Archfey? To leave your mortal trappings behind? To lose your reliance on that silly little ring? Become Fey. Embrace that side of yourself.
I mean, I do seem to be losing some of the reasons to hold on to the halfling part of me, but I don't What does that all entail?
It's a simple declaration, a change in your state of being. You begin a journey, you leave behind your material form, you become a fey creature. Not just any fey creature, darling, but an Archfey. A representative of my divine power on this material plane.
How? I mean, a declaration? Like a ritual or something?
Yes, an old ritual.
Hmm.
Old magic.
It's always the old magic, isn't it?
Yes. Not the kind you find in hoity-toity towers.
Or the south of Athadia. Demaria. I don't know if I'm seeing my mom like that. It was a lot.
Well, what I'll say is,
What would I be like?
you would be magnificent, much like me. Only more so.
But I mean, like, what would I be like?
You would be yourself. Your true, rawest form of yourself.
Doesn't being part of the, from the land of cold and ending, isn't that somewhat inherently cold and spiteful? Would I?
Do you feel cold and spiteful? Towards your mother? Towards those who've wronged you, betrayed you?
I feel conflicted. I don't know if cold and spiteful would be the word for it.
Well then, I suppose you're not at any risk of becoming anything like that. To be fey is to be your most true and authentic form of self. Just because your magics that we use to make you came from the land of cold and ending don't make you the next Queen of Vengeance. You do have the trappings of something more like a summer fae, I'll admit. Much to my chagrin. But, no, I mean, you and that gem seem to have bonded rather well. I thought you could be more like that. Fae is fae. There's lots of different colours, even in the land of the cold unending. You've met the Lunmere, and you've met the Dimmere.
Right.
Perhaps you'd be a callback to other places in time in that realm. But you seem still on the fence, so... But
Well,
please, be ready to make that decision soon.
Doesn't that... Why are you so keen on someone like me who's really not drinking the vengeance Kool-Aid to be that close to a part of you? I mean, you and Mab had gone against others that are probably a bit more in line with me.
Because I know what Mab knew back then. The moment of desperation, when your life and the lives of others are on the line, you'll turn to vengeance. You'll need me, just as I needed her. In that moment, you'll know what I told you all those months ago. You are alone, and you are all that you have. When that moment comes, I want to be there to claim you as an Archfey and extend my great power. That's probably more honesty than you've heard in a month or two. noticed that the Mistress of the Mist is in town.
Yeah. I had originally asked Naz to do me a favor, put together some information after that whole Mercinia business. And, they sent it, and it got blown up in that whole Gallant mess. Gallant, I think, or one of his associates had placed a bomb in it, and I didn't think to look for bombs in a package from Naz, so it all went to cinders, and unfortunately I had to ask Naz to resend it, and they decided to deliver it by hand.
They've lingered for a few days now.
I've been asking Naz to go over some of the documentation with me. My mind's not as quick as it was.
Roll deception. This is it, folks. This is something. That's an interesting choice.
And Naz doesn't get out of that tower very often. Probably a bit stir crazy. Literally the worst thing it could have been.
2. Oh no.
There's no saving that. Not even with inspiration.
You can't. Yeah.
There's-
That's like 14 creature, 17, 18, 16 creature.
I have
So 10?
inspiration. I have a D10
Or-
right now.
So what's your?
But it's just not.
You can try.
Hang on. Okay, hang on. Let me think about this. I have a good bonus.
The tracker's not updating. I don't know why. I don't want to
I have
distract
a
her.
good bonus.
Just let me know.
I've noticed that Streamlabs and Roll20 aren't communicating very well.
Okay.
Did that happen on Dragon Heisters?
Right. Like the screen hasn't even updated, the one up there.
Yours hasn't. All right. Well, I clicked enter to see if it will. You can hit enter on the Roll20 editor and see if it does.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened to me on Dragon Heisters last night.
I can look into it.
I used my inspiration.
So you have 6 plus 6 is 12, I think? So 12. So you're at 14 before inspiration? I don't know. Oh! I am concerned because recently I had an agent or two of mine acquire some tomes that she was supposed to be protecting. They were supposed to be protecting. And then they popped up in Fort Mountain Hall. Almost out of the blue, really. Out of the mists, as it were. And that makes me very nervous. They are a legendary warrior, as you understand. And,
Insight check.
roll insight.
Please.
And, they would uncover my plans.
I'm dying so much.
Hone it in. Are you a performer or aren't you?
No!
Okay.
No!
We're not actors, we just play one on Twitch TV.
Erdine.
Time to hear from anyone else.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. What was the total?
13.
You're rolling insight?
Yeah. What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? That was a face you made. You have to check.
She's on to you.
Fuck.
And having the Mistress of the Mist, who is probably one of the most formidable opponents this side of the glide, know about our plans, my plans, and really your plans as my Knight of Winter, would not be good. Do you know anything about that?
That all makes sense.
Well,
I will miss you guys. um. Did you steal from Naz then?
well, 2 of my agents did, yes. They acquired tomes. Really, truly, they rightfully belonged to me. So I took them back.
You think Naz is here to take him back?
They will never lay eyes on those tomes again. There it's safe. They're far away, deep beneath the earth.
I guess Naz is gonna have to go home empty-handed then.
Funny thing, though. I've started to hear them.
Hear the tomes.
Naz. Can hear their desire for vengeance. It's subtle. It's quiet. They've tried to suppress it. But it's there. Vengeance. But more so justice. In their mind. But it's all the same.
Naz wants vengeance for those tomes being stolen.
Looks like it. They're very smart. I think they mean me harm. So tonight at the concert, you're going to be ready to defend me as a Knight of Winter against the Mistress of the Mists. Understood?
I understand.
Roll deception.
And I've already used my inspiration. Whammies.
Oh.
It's a dirty 20.
19 total.
What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?
Good. Well, rest up. I'll see you tonight at the concert. You'll be opening for me since Glitch is gone.
Right, oh fuck.
It's the amphitheater and the Titan Lounge.
Hey, how did Glitch do all that? How do you and Glitch do all that, like, the lights everywhere? Can I do anything, like, visual and stuff?
Have you learned any illusion magic?
I have a little bit, but, you know, I could maybe do something, like, small around me, but...
We'll try to get one of the roadies to help you. Ardini, darling! And then an invisible figure steps out. She'll need some help.
I really would have died.
And you see him putting away a rather large weapon.
Yep.
Of course.
I really would have died.
So glad that I'll have my dear sister by my side tonight when I'll need you the most.
Have you thought any more about what we talked about last time?
I have. I don't find what you say very persuasive on the whole matter. I've considered it.
Well, at least you're honest with me.
It's more than you can say for some of the friends you travel with.
Honesty is apparently an acquired skill.
Apparently it is. Take care. See you tonight.
Yep.
I love you, dear sister.
Insight.
Be well.
Oh my god.
That one you don't get to insight.
Okay, fine.
You know that stress is just a building up of certain chemicals and hormones in your body over time?
Alrighty.
Fuck me. I used my inspiration. I was hoping I would have it for the night. Oh, fuck me so hard.
No
I'm
comment.
just gonna hide under the table for a little while you guys have scenes.
Is there anything anyone wishes to do before the concert starts?
During the preparatory phase,
Yes.
I would like to try to, if at all possible, because I know that we've been kind of traveling with them, so I don't know how much in the back we can get. I want to get into like an advantageous position, maybe even if
You're
like,
essentially VIP. You can be in the backstage,
okay.
or you can be in the front row.
Are there like, is there like lights above the stage? You know how
Yeah.
there's always the
Yep.
stereotypical. Yep. I want to try to get up.
Alrighty.
Is it just me, or am I the only one in here like sweating buckets?
It's you.
I'm dry as a whistle. A whistle that is dry, obviously. Not.
You go right to the ninth circle of hell.
I'm actually perfectly calm. This is fun for me.
That's because Matt is a sadist, as we like to call it in the industry.
There's a reason I always play psychopath.
The rest of us are masochists? This is where we're
That's
going?
literally
Yeah,
what
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you
We
haven't
keep
caught on.
coming back every week.
Yeah, 35 episodes later.
Punish me, Daddy.
You only have someone to blame after a while.
And
Alrighty.
I then punish my liver.
So, night falls, and you guys make your way out to the. Where everyone good?
So as long as Alric doesn't want to do anything, I don't
He's
do
all
anything. Okay, perfect.
Did you want him back in the Golden Scoutman?
That would have probably been a best judgment for him, wherever he felt safest.
I'll linger here and hold down the fort.
You've still got the horn of alarm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We make our way out to. You make your way out to the Titanlands in the amphitheater, the stone amphitheater, I believe it's called. It's a very nice late autumn night, crisp and full of air, full of a nice strong wind.
I always like my environments to be full of air.
Yeah. You try describing shit for a million hours.
You try sitting through what you just put me through.
That's nothing. You haven't even begun.
Just wait.
Remember Mafanwe's words. You haven't even begun to suffer.
Just wait until he gets to Sevilius. We really haven't gotten there yet.
I know. I can't wait till it's his fucking turn. It's been like.
So you see a dome amphitheater that is covers half of it, and then there's this kind of forum kind of look that terraced seating. Cold wind slides through, and the concert begins. There's a nice hefty. Did you have something? You look like
We were gonna redistribute items.
I'll just
You
walk
get
in
your ring back, and then so I have this revivify in this ring, but I can also cast revivify. So I've been thinking maybe someone else should wear the ring in case I'm the one who dies. Because
That's a good point.
God of Vengeance, Blood Sister, that whole thing. She's, by the way, onto me.
I can wear that.
I'm going to be particularly targeted. Yeah, it's going to be bad. So, maybe somebody else should have this because I'm probably going to die.
Do you have greater invisibility?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll help against her.
I mean, it's something.
It'll
Yeah.
help against her minions, because, I mean, how many people were on the ship the last time we were on it?
it varies anywhere between 6 and 15.
Well, no more than 15 against us. We'll be alright.
I can wear the ring. I will not attune to the ring of mind shielding. Hopefully she does not try to ascertain my location from that. But I guess that is a risk we'll be having to take.
Yeah, because I can either heal people or have revivify. Those are the options.
I will wear it.
Quick question. I don't know if you're going to have any inkling as to the answer to this, but if I attune to this rod of the Pact Keeper that Morgan gave me, and I break the pact while using it, do you think that's going to have negative repercussions of any sort?
If the rod is attuned to her, most likely it's getting its source of magic or its font of magic from her. So,
Probably not good to use it?
most likely not.
Okay, alright, great. So,
I mean, I
Should-
could do an Arcana check to confirm that. Or
should
does that
I
sound
use...
right?
Never mind.
You've had all the time in the
Okay.
world. Let's just get on with it. I'm sorry.
Should I use that one of those
That-
staffs?
We also have a wand of fireballs.
Which?
Either one. Maybe the wand of healing or the...
I have that one attuned currently.
Right, so we're taking a minute for him to attune to the ring of spell storing. I'm down at a slot. I have a slot available. We have more magic items.
Fireballs.
Yeah, just do
I have the Wand of Fireballs attuned and the Lit Staff of Lesser Healing. I've got Winged Boots because I don't think you can attune to the Clutch of the Elder Gods.
She can
Technically, you can because you're a warlock. So
Do you want
For
to
now.
attune to the clutch and I attune to the staff of healing, or
you can have the Wand of Fireballs. I'm keeping the Healing Staff and the
Okay.
Clutch just
Alright.
because that's what Selena would do.
Good deal.
So do you want the Wand of Fireballs or do you want some or Winged Boots? That's what I've got.
fireballs are somewhat my speed, but winged boots aren't going to do me a whole lot. I guess I'll take the fireballs.
Wanna fight?
Okay, because with the invisibility and the Winged Boots, that's more reliable than Cloaky, because you can't make Cloaky invisible and fly.
We're ready.
So up to
Right.
you.
Actually,
All right, I'm putting a kibosh on this
Yeah.
conversation.
so what did we rely?
I'll take.
Agree on?
I'll take the fireball wand.
Okay. So
Perfect.
because I was attuned to that, so I guess I'm unattuned to it.
We have an hour.
Oh my god.
And then I don't have a full clutch because I still have some of my charges used.
That's fine.
It's
We'll
still
do-
more than you had before
Better than nothing. Alright. Concert.
Well, that's,
when you weren't attuned to it, though. It's still the net gain.
no, because I had the one fireballs.
Right. I'm just saying it's still overall a net gain because he's adding spells. I'm adding all the wand of fireballs.
To the
and
party,
you're
but
adding.
not to myself. Yes.
So I'll be sitting in the front row of the
Okay.
concert.
You'll be sitting in the front row.
Mhm.
You're going to be in the rafters.
Mhm.
Where are you going to be positioned, Gilly? Well, after your performance.
I'm sorry, you're gonna be where? In the rafters? Who's in the rafters?
I'm the raptor. She's in the
She's
front
rafter.
rafter.
I'm sitting in the front row.
Okay. Where are you gonna be, Selena?
Probably right next to Sibelius because I can see the within 120 feet of the box thingy.
Yeah, easily. So Civilius in the front row, Selena in the front row, Justice in
And-
the rafters.
Then I will have cast Enhance Ability on myself
Okay.
for the thingy I use to spell magic for, which is Charisma, right? Yes.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. There we go. That's the right thing. So I will have Enhanced Ability Wisdom on myself. So I will be concentrating on that right before the concert starts. So I've got my full hour.
Cool beans, yo.
Perfect.
So, you guys arrive at the amphitheater, and Gilly, we'll do it this way. The concert, like I said, has a decent crowd around it, the hum and the bustle of a very packed amphitheater. Gilly, go ahead and roll performance one last time. As you
I
set
have a
up.
song, and now I'm blanking on how the fuck the melody goes. Hang on. So, I start with, I can use minor illusion or prestidigitation, whatever makes sense for this, but, I'll make the sort of illusory effect of like snow falling around me.
Okay.
And starts with just like a drum beat. Called my sister, reaching out. We have a lot to talk about. Fuck me. But I don't think you're listening. Let a stranger in my heart, though we had a troubled start. Try to see the best in you. I gotta find another way. Fuck, it's not the right melody at all. But I gotta find another way. I'm learning to live. I'm trying to be better. I want to forgive, but you're not a forgiver. I'm learning to live. I'm trying to be better. I want to forgive, but you're not a forgiver. And as I sing that and the song continues, the snowflakes turn into like flower petals and back into snow at the end of the song.
As you reach the end of your song,
and I had cast enhance ability on myself before I went out, and armor begat this. Like I
go ahead and roll performance.
I'm so nervous I forgot to specify it. Ugh.
It's okay. I understand.
It's exactly what I did last time. Reroll once, and the other one's a natural 20.
So as you sing your song and come to the end, you realize the music has dropped away, and you're just singing to an empty amphitheater. And when you end the song, you just stand there, and the snow turns to what it turns to, and your voice hollows empty over a very quiet crowd. You worry that you've lost them. And then you are met with a thunderous applause and a standing ovation. Where do you sit once you... And go ahead and take a D10 inspiration. Where do you sit once you... when you are done? Where did you decide to sit? Side stage, front row?
I am going to... I want to be within 60 feet of the action, but I don't want to be adjacent to like any of Morgan's crew.
Front row or stage? So front row? Okay.
Yeah, but like on the wing.
Okay.
I suppose.
Alrighty. Morgan steps to the stage and begins to give her performance, brilliant and commanding as it always is. You can see the kind of power of her presence as you have seen these subsequent performances. You've seen each one and one become more and more stellar, with the thudding and the power. Oh, that's the wrong song. I just realized. With the thudding and the power of her fey-like magic that seems to radiate from everywhere, as she reaches the ever so enigmatic crescendo of her performance, you see she brings out her diamond scepter, and she raises it. And you can see all around her, as the amphitheater is darkened, and everyone takes out, their equivalent of lighters, tiny little light spells. And it creates this kind of look of that you are in the void, like you were in space, like so many times before. Those little globbles of light. And they begin to spin, as they have before. Morgan holds up her scepter and raises it, and the globbles begin to spin around. They lift out from everyone's little wands and their fingertips, and those who can produce minor effects of magic, the little kind of cracked glow stick kind of things. And they spin, and they begin to encircle. As they begin to encircle, you can see this kind of moat of fog spin out from Morgan until only a dense mist covers the stage. There's a flash of light and a crack of lightning. You see a halfling figure in the rafters when that light goes off. What is it you're going to say?
I was going to ask if Morgan seems to react surprised to the fog.
She does not.
Or like, okay.
And you can see it's a diminutive halfling form that's standing on the rafters just above Morgan as a light cracks. You see the fog begin to pick up in a swirl of mist, and it forms kind of like a wall barrier kind of thing as the lights begin to travel in. When they touch the mist, they seem to bounce off, and you see the halfling figure fall from the rafters, and with a single strike, do an elbow strike in the back of Morgan's neck. She has advantage. I'll do it. When she strikes into Morgan's neck from the rafters, she falls and lands and does damage to Morgan. You see a radiation of cold strike off of Morgan's form. And Morgan has to make a Constitution saving throw. She fails. She will use one legendary resistance.
Okay.
And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yep.
I'll take that.
No! Shit.
Could be worse.
So this was a fun campaign. Lighthearted.
We haven't gotten there yet. Do you want me to roll for
I'm gonna eat
Albert
so much
to
pudding
keep
tomorrow.
track of him? No,
No, he's
not
all
here.
the way in the...
That's right, he's not here.
So,
just Francis.
Yeah. So, Vilius, what's your initiative total?
11.
Justice?
15.
Oh no.
Selena?
18.
Gilly?
7.
Naz is gonna go. Oh boy. And then Morgan Orbit. Okay.
Is Francis there with us too?
He is. Are you prepared to guide to Jaeger, Francis? Because I don't have his stuff in front of me.
I can, yeah. Give me a second. He rolled a 1. His dex isn't great. Just, yeah, I'll tell you in a second.
He's sitting next to Sylvius. He's like, oh, this is a nice concert. He rolled a 1. I'll just put him at the bottom.
He does not get to reroll ones.
Not as such. So that they go plus 5. Way to bring up the rear.
Oh, man.
So that is the initial round of combat. So, top of the round. You see a kind of, you see an invisible form.
Total of 2.
Yeah, an invisible form appear. The moment that their mistress gets striked in the back of the head. And you see the elf Ardini, who now has these kind of brilliant fairy ice wings, and they shift and form into like this small, very fast Archfey that has a bow and an arrow, and they just point right at Naz and let loose an arrow. Let me just
Catch it.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
We'll see.
that'd be awesome.
It would be.
see if this
I trust
works.
Naz.
Putting the computer to the test tonight.
Oh man.
Fancy.
It is working on the stream.
Perfect.
It is working on stream, and the rest of us can still move and do things.
So Ardini fires off a shot with the pixie bow. That'll hit. Naz is going to take 7 damage and needs to make a DC Wisdom save. Oh, but she's immune. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, she has advantage because it's a fear effect. She's good. So you see this bow strike into Naz. Naz is going to attempt to catch. Nope, Naz is not going to do that. So you see Naz. They momentarily think about deflecting it, but the arrow strikes into their form. You can see it kind of passes through a little, not doing as much damage as Ardini had hoped. Yep, that's the one and only attack Ardini gets. Selena.
Okay, so do I see that? There's fog around Morgan. Can I see Morgan?
Yeah, you can.
Is she unconscious? What state is she?
She is fine. She used a legendary resistance to save.
Oh, never mind. Yes, then I'm gonna stick to the plan. 4th level dispel magic on the little thingy that I didn't know existed 10 hours ago.
Yeah. So you look up and you see, oh, is that what that is? And you see this kind of rotating. It's translucent, but it's this kind of rotating eye.
Perfect. Dispel magic 4th level.
4th level works. It's a 4th level spell, and it disperses in a magical blast of energy.
Okay.
Gentle little snowflakes fall all around you.
I'm gonna keep my wisdom and enhanceability, and I'm going to not do anything else.
Okay.
And then how far am I from Morgan and Ardini?
You are 30 feet from Morgan and Ardini.
Perfect, thank you.
That is your turn. Justice.
I'm going to drop down from the rafters adjacent to Morgan.
Yes.
I'm going to, I don't know what the distance is, but I can use slow fall.
You're fine.
So just behind her. I'm guessing I do not have advantage. Oh, I do.
You do. You're going before her.
Perfect. Does this? She doesn't count as surprise.
She is not surprised.
Okay. First attack roll is a 24 to hit.
Alrighty. 24 hits.
Stunning strike.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
9, 11, 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Wow. Stunning strike.
Yes. That's attack number 1.
That's Tark. That's Tark that can't take it. She makes it. 17 plus numbers.
Attack
How much damage was it? Sorry.
16.
Thank you.
Attack number 2 is slightly higher than the first attack.
Okay.
No sneak attack damage this time. Stunning strike.
Okay. Oh, it's cocked. Can't take it. 14 total.
That is the DC.
Yeah.
14 points of damage.
So with each successive strike, or you can see you're scraping off against a pretty hardened form, but she doesn't seem to be resisting the damage. But you can tell there's this kind of temporary resistance.
Okay. That is my first 2 attacks.
Bonus action.
Bonus action. You know what? Let's go for it. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
I'm gonna make, I think, just a single attack with this flurry of blows.
Yep.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 to hit?
Yep.
Against Morgan?
Yep.
She will use her reaction to cast shield.
Alrighty. So, slash, punch. And that is where I am.
Alrighty. Justice's turn. Sovelius.
Alright. I will leap out of my seat, drawing the blade at the same time, and going into Blade Song.
Okay.
Get up on stage and go base to base with Morgan.
Okay.
I will then cast a flame shield on myself.
Alright.
That is my action.
Okay. So you step forward, instantly springing into action, being you guys decidingly ready for this attack, and you conjure a fire shield. So you're resistant to cold, and you will deal fire damage.
Correct.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Morgan's turn. Actually, at the end of your turn, Sylvia, she's going to cast a spell.
Counterspell.
Yeah, roll it. Yep, it fizzles. You guys, you can feel the air start to dampen all around you guys as this kind of storm of ice starts to be conjured above you, just directly above you. She's just going to bring it all crashing down, and it fizzles. That was 2 of her legendary actions.
Quick question.
What's up?
We have our potions of ice resist. Oh,
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
You can say you quaffed them before the show.
Right.
Oh,
Okay, so we did.
yeah, you can. I'm assuming you guys did.
Right.
I don't get double resistance.
Morgan's. So that was 2 of her legendary actions. At the top of her turn,
I would have also quaffed my potion of lightning resistance.
okay. The top of her turn, she is going to use her bonus action. This is not a spell. She's going to adopt an unearthly presence. She's like, oh. She's like, you are all sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. And you see the humanoid visage drop away. As only a creature of pure diamond and ice stands before you. This unearthly presence, as you look upon it, is overwhelming. It is the most beautiful, structured, icy, gorgeous form you have ever laid eyes upon. It is unearthly. It is stunning. Alrighty. Their action. She's going to cast a spell.
What does it look like when she's casting?
She's just casting a spell. I don't
Okay.
think you know this one.
Counterspell.
Alrighty, roll it. You see her step.
19 on the dice.
That'll do it.
Oh,
Fizzles
God.
away. So Justice, she's actually going to step away from you.
I will use then my reaction to attack her.
Alright, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
19.
19?
17 on the dice.
You're able to strike her. Shit. So it's a very similar feeling to the Sanctuary spell, but it's a little different. And you're like, oh, I can't strike something so beautiful. And you're like, no, wait a minute, I can't.
Yeah. Well, the dice aren't with me on that one. That's a 10.
So you scrape off of her new icy form.
Okay.
And she steps away, and you can see that again the temperature drop as this massive cone of cold starts to be conjured in her hand, and she begins to let loose, and it's. I suppose I'll have to get rid of both of you first. That was Morgan's turn. It's Naz's turn. Naz, you see as Morgan begins to step away, Naz is going to not just thematically speaking. Naz is going to strike out at her. Where can Naz be? 5, 10, 15, 20. So Naz stands there. You can see Naz stands there, and there's like, all of a sudden there's more than one of her. Them. And you see these kind of misty forms start to fill the squares 15 feet around her. And they strike Morgan and strike Belly.
Oh
That'll hit Morgan by quite a lot. Morgan takes a little bit of damage. So 1 hit on Morgan. Oh, that's horribly good. Hit on Belly. And definitely a hit on Morgan. So 2 hits on Morgan, 2 Constitution saving throws. No. Morgan is going to use a legendary resistance
Okay.
to save from stunning strike. So you can see now these strikes go out. The cold that radiates from Naz's fist unfortunately don't do as much, but they don't do anything. But Morgan takes some damage.
Okay.
Belly does too. With Naz's bonus action, or no, that's it. All 3. That's They used Walker in the Mist, and yeah. Gilly, it's your turn.
So, I am going to use the Wand of Magic Missiles
Okay.
to 1 charge, 1 missile at each Ardini. Yeah, each of the 3.
All right. So roll a d4.
Okay. 3 damage.
All
Each
right.
of them.
So whenever that particular spell starts to swirl towards Morgan, actually she wouldn't do that. Just hits her. All right. That's your action.
I thought either she'd use her shield or she'd take something, so well. Yeah, that's my action. I guess with my bonus action, no one's been hurt. How's Naz?
Fine.
I'm going to inspire.
What are you doing?
I'll inspire Civilius.
So D8, right?
Yeah, D8.
That's your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Belly's turn. Belly is going to. They're a flying, fluttering form. You see, Ardini's a little larger, but they're both basically icy fey creatures that fly around with bows. Ardini looks more menacing though. Belly is going to lob an attack at you. Belly is actually invisible still because they haven't attacked, so they're going to attack you with advantage, Gilly. You hear,
And you attack the Lady of Winter.
advantage, so that's 18. 23.
It'll hit.
You
18 would have done it, so.
You take 5 points of piercing damage and 2 points of cold damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh God.
That's not a good sign when
So
the DM
2
says,
halved to 1 for
Yeah.
cold? Okay.
It's a thing that happened. All right, so you feel the icy arrows strike into you, and you can feel your strength start to sap, and you start to feel waves of exhaustion overcome you, but you fight it off.
Okay.
That would have been 2 points of exhaustion. Anyway,
That's insane.
Francis's turn.
You're sick.
And you see
Francis?
Belly fly up.
Francis is going to cast Aid on Gilly and Civilius
Okay.
and on Justice.
Okay.
What does they do?
You get a
Lots of 10.
5, not 10, 5 increase to your maximum, and you heal that amount. Okay. Sorry, I gotta switch back to Francis's thing. Come on, load. Yeah, okay. So that's the action.
Yep.
Bonus action. He's gonna gonna try the old compel. No. Yeah, he's gonna try the old compelled duel.
On.
Does it look like Belly and Ardini are both ranged, right?
Yep, the archers.
Well, I guess Belly. And he's gonna rush in. I can move him.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please.
20.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Alright, that's Francis's turn.
Francis helped. Francis moves. I can't move Francis.
At the end of...
Oh wait, maybe I can. My bad.
You should be able to.
I was on the other
At
thing.
the end of
No,
Francis,
actually, I can't.
At the end of Francis's turn, Morgan is going to cast a spell. At you, Justice.
Goodbye, friends.
It's a 19
Oh,
to hit.
sorry, counter spell.
Yeah, okay. It fizzles. So you see a tiny little spectral hand start to reach out to you. She just tosses it your way.
Just fucking chill touch.
Yep, them's the breaks.
Well, it's fine.
So she got back 1 legend. Okay, so that's with 1. Perfect. Screw. So, from the shadows... God, this fight's crazy.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's
From the
fine.
shadows,
This is fine.
they begin to coalesce.
So, could you move Francis, though? Cause
Yeah, I don't know why you would have lost. It's literally the same token we've always used.
I don't know.
Roll 20 gets weird with bindings.
Alright, now you can move him. So
Perfect.
the shadows coalesce around you all. Like from the mist, you see these cloaked figures start to form around Morgan in black clothing. And this one will strike out. That will hit. But Morgan will use shield.
Oh, they're attacking Morgan?
Yep. Huh. These
Oh.
black cloaked robed figures. You can see this person has this kind of iron mask and these black robes and monk wrappings. And you see they step out of the mist from invisibility and then and you see Morgan, confounded by the strike's attack, puts up an icy shield. All right, things are getting interesting. That's Scriff's turn. Ardini. Mistress, who do we kill first? There's no reason to be choosy, darling.
Wait, why did this... Hang on.
Ardini is going to cast a spell.
71, thank you.
And that's if you do max HP modifier.
Ardini is casting a spell.
I used mine.
I don't think I have mine back yet. Because I used it like right after my
Because you
turn.
haven't used your turn yet. No.
But you went to... Oh, yeah.
Because Morgan went after
Shit,
me.
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Neat.
Yep.
Here we go.
Not good at all.
So you see this bramble of ice spikes and frozen dead plants spring to life and a spiked growth. Morgan's actually immune, so she's all good there. Yeah, and it around your area. And Ardini flies up. Ardini and Belly are now 30 feet away. Minimum of 30 feet away. It's Ardini's turn. Selena.
Are Ardini and Belle within 30 feet of each other?
They are perhaps not. They're 60 feet away from each other.
They're pretty far.
Creatures must be within 30 feet of each other when I target them, so not 30 feet from me. Alright. Alright. 4th level charm monster, and I'm gonna charm no, 5th level charm monster, and we'll try to charm Morgan and Ardini, because they're within 30 feet of each other, right?
So the charm monster washes off of Morgan. She's immune. Yeah. But Ardini is actually not immune, but does have advantage.
Well, then I lost that spell slot for nothing. That's stupid.
Maybe not.
15 total.
16 DC.
So you see Ardini go, Mistress.
And then as a bonus action,
Yep.
How long does that last?
an hour. And I don't have to keep concentration on it either.
Charm Monster is concentration. Oh, no, wait. No, the charm
it's
spells are
not.
not. It's not. Wow, holy shit.
Yeah, no, so I still have my enhance ability
Yeah,
on
you're good.
wisdom.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to...
Holy fuck, what just happened?
So if I come up between Sibelius and Francis, is that 30? Yeah, that's 30-ish feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Is Spike Growth difficult terrain though?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Difficult
matter
to-
for me.
Yeah, correct. But you won't be immune to
Nice.
the damage from it unless you're flying. So where are you going?
I'm not flying. Never mind. I don't think I can do what I want to
So
do
you-
without
you're
hurting
like-
everyone else.
I can glide through this, but it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Nardini hasn't dropped the spell yet. Okay, is that your turn?
The wings on, right?
I don't have them on because
Let's
bad.
not
Oh,
cross
no,
it.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Skewer's turn. Another shadow monk appears.
Yes. This is so pretty.
Thank you.
It's like when,
It is awesome.
when you press
Yeah.
on your eyes.
It is going to attack. It's a natural 20.
Oh! It's Tony's turn.
They don't know stunning strike. Yeah, these are not.
All
So
of them knowing stunning strike.
that's 9 points of damage.
Unstoppable.
That's a natural 20.
Oh!
I don't know what's going on.
Get him!
Oh wait, hold on. Shit. She's an unearthly presence. So I'll count those as 2 charisma saving throws, and now the 2 attacks. Miss. Forgot about that. She was in the miss and hit.
Don't worry, you only have to be like all of the things.
Right. So he's like.
It could have been net 20.
I mean, it was honestly the difference between 6 and 9 damage. It's like not like they have like a bunch of. Alrighty.
I mean, Fist can only do so much.
At the-
Before we get too far,
What?
could I have yelled at Ardini when I saw the Charm Monster take
Mhm.
effect? Drop your spells, target Bell. That rhymes weirdly, so we're gonna go with it.
Sure.
And that's what I would have yelled at Ardini.
Alright, the spike growth is dropped.
Nice.
I love that it rhymes. This makes it better.
So that was Skewer's turn. At the end of Skewer's turn, Morgan is going to cast a spell. That's a real damn shame then. You can see I'm not going down without a fight. I don't care what I have to do. I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws. Yeah.
Okay.
This is gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
20.
20 total.
Yep.
So you take
Oh shit, and Francis.
7 points of magical bludgeoning damage
Francis.
Okay.
Good.
and 18 points of cold damage.
We had the
Yeah.
resist.
It's your guys' job to track that. What was it, Joel?
20 total, and it's not magical plants, is it?
No, it's an ice storm. So it just starts to fall. So you take 7 and 18. So 8, so 9. Have the 9. So this
13, and I used my inspiration on that too.
13 total.
Yeah.
So you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, 18 points of magical cold damage, which was half the 9. Gilly.
21 for Francis
Okay.
and 9 for me.
So Francis will take half of that, and then you will take 7 points and 18 points, and have the 18. Okay. So that's
Can you say that one more time?
7 points of magical bludgeoning, 18 points of cold.
Okay.
But halved. So
Halved for him, not for me.
Yep.
Should I have
I
had
wrote
the
it down.
7 or was that the half already?
I think the
You made it 22, so have it to 3.
Oh, okay.
and 20
Sorry.
wasn't halved.
Yeah. You can
Oh.
have it. Sorry.
Oh, thanks.
That was the end of Skewer's turn. Justice, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hex upon her.
Okay.
And the ability check, not saving throw, that I'm going to put on her is Charisma.
Alrighty.
nice.
So you need to make a charisma saving throw before you attack her.
Okay. Not going to be successful. That's only a 15.
Alright, you gotta choose another target.
Alright, then I will turn, and so you took over that other guy, so I'm going to target Belly. I'm going to toss my... If I have to move into range, I will. And I will toss my dagger, or I will get... No, I'm going to... It's 30 feet up, so I'll toss my dagger.
Yeah, 1 second. Thank you, Dwarf Cricket, for
Yeah.
subscribing. That is awesome. We love you. Thank you, Dwarf Cricket. Oh my god, that touches my heart.
Have you been crying with me tonight? Because
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
So first attack with a dagger, because I can't go within
Belly.
range,
Yeah.
right, is like a 26 actually. I don't have sneak attack. Is my hex? My hex would still be on her, so it's just straight damage.
Yep.
6 points of damage,
Okay.
and then my second attack
6 points of damage. Hey, takes it.
is a 24.
Yep. Did you move?
Yes, I would have moved to get close enough to be able to attack with a dagger.
5, 10, I guess you take a circuitous route. Okay. So 5.
I got 50 feet of
10,
movement.
15. Yeah, I'm just trying to kind of place you. We'll say you end up there. You need me 20 feet away.
Perfect.
So you actually move. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. They're 30 feet up, but that's fine.
So
Jump or something.
exactly. And then that second attack would be 11 more points of damage.
Dagger slices in twice. Zoom, zoom, zoom. The belly is looking very. They are looking very hurt.
Okay. And that was my bonus, my move, and my attacks. So that would be it.
Justice, that was your turn. Another shadow assassin is gonna appear. Gonna make charisma saving throw first. That would the first one doesn't make it. They turn around. They're gonna throw a dart at Belly. Both hit.
Nice.
Belly, with only 11 hit points left, goes down and flops out of the sky. So you see Barrio, and they just toss 2 darts. I think Belly falls. That's Barrio's turn. Key's turn. Appears. Makes a charisma saving throw. That's the one. And just like looks around for a new target. Civilius, it's your turn.
Alright, I will attempt to attack Morgan twice with a booming blade. That will miss on the first one with a 3 on the charisma save.
Yep.
Um,
You have to choose a new target.
Can I just target the ground or fizzle it? Or...
Yeah, you can fizzle it.
Okay, so I'll just fizzle it, and then
What was it? What was this move?
booming blade.
Yeah, you fizzle it. Yeah.
And then as my second attack, second charisma will also fail with an 8 because I have a +0 charisma.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, you can just waste the attack of making sure it doesn't have some kind of weird thing.
No.
The save is before each attack. Got it.
Interesting.
Is the save before each attack, or is it just one save for all attacks?
It's a save. If you don't save, it can't attack you. It's just the top of the round. You got to make it the save once. You
Okay.
gotta- when you first
Oh.
attack.
Got it.
So I was right in attacking Belly.
Yep. So that was your turn.
Yep.
The end of your turn, Morgan is going to use one legendary action that she has left to cast a spell.
What does it look like when she's casting it? Just regular, or is she making a show of it?
It's just a spell. It's you've seen her cast it before this round. She is going to cast it at Selena. Nope, wrong button.
Yeah.
21 to hit you.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say something?
No, it's fine. It's too late.
You only take 10 points of necrotic damage as a chill touch, but you cannot heal until... actually, don't know. Until end of your next turn.
And 17 on concentration, so I still have my wisdom.
Oh shit! Yeah, I need to do that.
Sorry, till the start of Morgan's next turn, you cannot regain hit points.
Okay.
That was the... and so, actually, that's funny. That was her one legendary action. Top of her turn, that hand fling flies away, because now it's her next turn. She's going to use her bonus action to give herself 14 temporary hit points. And she's going to use her action to pull out... She's going to finish what she started, and she's actually going to finish using the rod. She pulls out, and this is not a spell.
Fuck me.
She says, "You'll all bow before me eventually."
I need you... I believe just... let me check the wording real quick.
Oh god. Rolls a die and then has to write things down.
That's life.
So nervous.
You know, I just want to put this in
Sorry,
perspective. I only make you guys drown elderly women in my game.
Everyone, I need you guys to make a wisdom saving throw.
Well,
Now,
yeah.
is this a charm effect?
It is a charm effect.
Because I have Hans ability up for wisdom, do I get advantage, or is it just for
That's ability checks.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw, folks.
I'm not rolling advantage or
The
anything. This is for Francis.
assassins have to make it too. I make it.
I did damage because
Both of us are fucked.
Fail. Holy shit.
What is this?
Oh, sorry. 17.
17, you're fine.
21.
You're fine.
21.
You're fine. Go.
6 for me and a 9 for Francis.
You are both charmed by Morgan.
Yep.
You can hear the screams of the crowd in the background as this fight starts to break out, and there seems to be a kind of stampede going on, and the space like a facade remains, but begins to fall. And whenever the light goes, the scepter goes off, as the crowd is crying and fleeing away, you can see some of them stop. And they turn and look at the assailants. Hey! And they start picking up random pieces of glass. One of them lifts several of them start lifting chairs, and they start to begin to storm the stage. That'll be initiative count 20. Well,
Oh my god. Kill her now.
Well,
this initiative board is getting messy. And you see two of the assassins look at you guys.
Oh.
You didn't think it would be that easy, did you?
So Francis and I are charmed?
Yep.
Okay.
Come, dear sister, protect me. Naz's turn. Naz is going to finish what they started while they were into being charmed. Naz is going to actually bonus action disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You see them jump off the stage. They and temporarily disappear, and then you hear some chanting, and then they pop up from the side of the stage, and as they do, you see a rippling of lightning strike from their hands as a leaping bolt of chain lightning strikes into Morgan, strikes into Barrio, strikes into Scriff. That'll be it.
Fuck.
Scriff fails. Barrio makes it. Oh, that's cocked. Morgan fails. Nice. So that's 44 points of a lightning damage.
Thank you.
Oof.
And they land at the end of the stage. So 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 55. They'll end there. No, 50. They'll end, no, 55, sorry. They'll end right there. Barrio gets struck. Morgan takes some damage, to be sure. Minus 14. And then minus 28. Ooh, Morgan's looking a little rough. That's Naz's turn. Gilly.
Fuck me. So I'm gonna put up 2nd level armor and Gathis on myself.
Okay.
Because I sure can't protect Morgan if I'm dead.
Yep.
And drink a greater healing potion. I'm not feeling well. Yeah, I'm not feeling hot. And I guess I come up by Morgan.
Okay. 5, 10.
I can move me, sorry.
Okay. That your turn?
Yep. That's everything.
At the end of Gilly's turn.
Did it take movement to get up onto the stage?
No. Generally no.
So I've got one more.
There is a kind of crackle as you see in these towards the south end of the stage. Southeast end of the stage, a kind of flash of green fire and black shadow as Duplo LaCroix appears on stage. I believe I have stumbled on the most prized opportunity. All of those I despise the most, warring with one another. Whatever will I do? Whatever shall I do with this opportunity?
Fuck me.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's the end of her turn. Francis. Francis is charmed by Morgan and needs to protect her.
Right.
Morgan has
So-
2 enemies on her left and an enemy to the southeast.
And Duplo has just declared herself as an enemy.
Yep.
And he is not all that smart about these things, but he knows that she's bad news. Is it reasonable for him to go after her?
Yes.
Alright, so he's gonna go after her. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is happening?
R.I.P. Francis.
R.I.P. the Prism.
Yeah.
It's good. Where's actions? It's a 26 to hit.
26.
Yeah.
Uh, 26 hits. However, I need Francis to use Actually, I roll it. So Francis is now going to use an 11. Dupla spends a luck point.
Oh, okay.
So an 11 on his base attack.
So dirty 20, then.
Misses.
Okay. So roll again. Your second attack. That's an 18 on the die.
Alrighty. That'll hit.
Okay. He's
What's
gonna
the
put
total?
The total is 27.
Okay, that'll hit.
He's gonna put in. What spells does he have here? Yeah, okay, well, that's important. He's gonna put in a second level smite.
Alright.
Is she undead?
Dupla
I
Croy
didn't
is
think
not
so.
undead.
That was mostly a joke.
Still a chance.
Alright, so second level smite, which means he's rolling 4d8.
Mm-hmm.
So just in case, he took a long rest with the rest of us.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
18 points of damage.
Types, please. Oh, it's all radiant, isn't it, with him?
Easy peasy.
All radiant.
She looked to take all of it?
She actually does.
Okay. And with his bonus action, because he's got that, he has his bonus actions. Yeah, no. He's good.
Alright. Francis's
Oh.
turn.
Yeah.
Scriff. Scriff was on the...
Was hit by
Scriff is
lightning.
dead. Rip your friends. Ardini is charmed.
Mm-hmm.
Ardini gonna shoot Morgan. Ardini has to make a charisma saving throw. Ardini doesn't make it. Ardini's gonna choose a new target. Fires at Dupla. God bless.
Oh my god. Wow.
Actually, wait. No. Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh!
Nice.
23. Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, what's 16 plus 8 is 24.
Yeah.
Hits, yeah.
Wow.
So, you see the arrow, the piercing damage arrows strike into Dupla, but they take half. She takes half.
Okay.
Barbarian sorcerer. Bear totem, barbarian sorcerer.
And then Dupla needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Or sorry, a Wisdom saving throw.
What's happening?
Oh, enemies aren't immortal.
The faces of Matt.
Oh.
The face
Oh,
journeys are
they make it.
amazing.
Yeah, Angela, no, Dupla makes it.
Is she Angela Creighton in
Yeah.
disguise?
The whole time. So that was Ardini's turn.
Angela Creighton appears.
Selena.
Well,
How many
What do we
townsfolk turn around?
All the ones that were in the front row for about 120 feet out, almost all of them have turned around and started marching towards you guys.
Okay, are there at least 4 of them that are clustered?
Oh, there's like 100 of them that are clustered.
Oh fuck, I can't.
It's a mob coming for you.
Ooh.
Yep.
And are the pews wooden?
Stone. It's the stone amphitheater.
Oh,
Right. Okay, yeah, sure.
alrighty.
That makes sense. You and your names and them having names.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Getting to sing songs.
Then we
What is
are
it?
Wanna do
going
this?
to do something slightly different that I thought I was going to do.
Okay.
We're going to try and blight Morgan. God bless.
Wow.
Constitution saving throw, please. DC 16.
Fails.
Alrighty. Alright.
Morgan is having a rough time with these saving throws. A rough
8d8.
time. I've rolled 3 so many times.
1, 2, 3,
Those are
4, 5,
D6s.
6. Those are, thank you. It's one of those that I got 4. I'll just roll them all twice. Alrighty. So as average can get. So 7 plus 3 is 10 plus 15 plus another 4. 10, 17, so 32 points of necrotic damage.
She takes it all.
Oh my god. What's happening?
I don't know, but I didn't think that was going to happen.
She's looking rough.
Ooh, okay, so that was my action. So the blue sphere, what is that?
Francis's daylight. His sunlight.
Ooh, thank God. Okay, can I skirt around the edge of that daylight but onto the stage?
Yeah, so you see the crowd advancing on you and you pull away. But, so like what, here? Or
Yeah, like
do you want to move
they're...
any more? You're further in? Up to you. Okay.
But I am going to yell, Ardini, that was great, do it again. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to do nothing because I'm going to keep my concentration on my wisdom.
Alrighty. After your turn, there's a flash of blue cerulean light. Actually, sorry, not even from a flash. So as you enter the stage, there's a kind of movement past you.
No.
And you see Mafanwe, Lady of the Meadows, come onto stage.
Oh, God, this fight.
I told you guys. You see she looks. She came in. So she uses her action to get on there. She looks around. She pulls out her staff. That's her turn. Skewer. Is Skewer dead? Skewer's not dead. Skewer has to make a charisma saving throw. Doesn't make it. He's gonna just throw a dart at Duplacroix. Misses. Second dart. Misses. Skewer. Justice, it's your turn.
I will make a charisma saving throw in an attempt to attack
Morgan?
13.
Nope.
So
Choose a new target.
I will choose Duplacroix.
Okay.
Bless.
This is the beginning of round 3, I think. So.
Mm-hmm. I will move to be within 20 feet of Duplacroix.
Okay.
And I'm going to toss my dagger twice.
Okay.
Is Francis still considered an ally? For being in... Oh, wait, he's attacking her, so advantage?
Yeah,
that
it's
means
their
attack.
enemy, not your
So
ally,
attack.
actually.
Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. So I'm rolling 2 attacks at once.
Yep.
Neither will hit. And then I will use my bonus action to dodge.
So as you pull out the zip zap, as you redirect the zip zap dagger and you step forward a little bit, you can feel yourself as you lock eyes with Duplacroix, this woman who has haunted you for years, for over a decade, and you just pause and you falter ever so slightly before that dagger releases and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
And you catch it again, you try to steal it yourself, you throw it again, and it just... And you could just see with a glance, she looks over at you and you are intimidated by her.
5 and a 4 with the dice.
Baria's turn. Baria gonna make a... Baria now. Baria's working for Morgan now. Oh, horribly cocked. Not really enough. Baria is rolling to attack. I will say you.
Okay. Disadvantage on the roll.
Alright, thank you. So from a natural 20 to an 18.
18 just hits.
Yeah. You're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So we moved up. There it goes. 6 points.
Baria is right next to you.
Thank you. Got it.
Key's turn. Key's going to attack Morgan. Unsuccessful. Going to throw a dart at Duplacroix. Unsuccessful. Unsuccessful. So... Key. Sevilius. End of Key's turn. Morgan is going to cast a spell using 2 legendary actions.
Counter spell.
Roll it. You see her target Selena.
16 on the dice.
That makes it. She says, "One ill turn deserves another, darling." And she stretches out a hand to you. So you can feel the life force start to leave your body, and it fizzles.
Oh no.
That was 2 of her legendary actions.
Oh no. Thank you for...
So this is your turn.
Alright. Do I think that if I cast Dispel Magic on the scepter, if it'll break the charm?
It shall. It will not. It will not.
Okay. Well, then, in that case, I cast Dispel Magic on Gilly.
Okay. It fizzles. It's not a spell. Spell magic generally only works against rope magic.
Okay.
Not.
Alright. That's my turn, then.
Yep. It only actually ends spells. This is not a spell. It's a magical effect.
It says...
You target magical effects, but
and
then it only ends spells.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn it. Alright. Well,
So you,
that was that.
Would
all right. Morgan. Morgan's turn. At the end of Sevilius' turn, she's going to use a legendary action to cast a spell at you, Selena.
Oh, no. Because I haven't healed and I should have.
Counterspell.
Okay. Fizzles. This is just a cantrip. So that's both of hers, and then she gets them all back. At the top of her turn. So that's one of those down. She's going to use her action to cast a spell on herself. You see her fade from view as a greater invisibility falls. She's, however, it shatters as Duplacroix just throws out a hand. She's like, "You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, darling. I haven't finished. I have not finished with you. I have not finished with any of you." Morgan's going to use a bonus action to give herself temporary hit points. And then that's Morgan's whole turn. Naz's turn. Naz is going to position themselves. Charisma saving throw fails, and it's just going to make attacks on LaCroix. Miss. Hit. Hit. Does a little bit of damage against LaCroix. You see the mist form of Naz fly out, but Duplacroix seems resistant to the damage to the bludgeoning damage. Naz's turn. Gilly.
Fuck me. I guess I'm putting a first level healing orb into Morgan.
Yep. Roll it.
9.
Morgan heals for 9. That's a good sister. Thank you.
Okay, nothing's working on this. It locked up. I can't do anything.
Just write it down.
Yeah, I can't see any of my spells or anything. So action-wise, I guess I'm putting. Just look at me, Mom. Who's she looking at?
She just has a very stern look in that general direction. She's looking at you. She's looking at Dupla. She doesn't seem to be paying Morgan any attention.
I cast greater invisibility on myself.
Okay. You go invisible. Is that your turn?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting, actually. Hold on.
Actually, I can move now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is interesting.
You can move before I use my
The
reaction.
whole screen
anyway.
locked up. I can't move myself. Can you move
I got
me?
you.
Just
Can I see?
Actually, I don't think that she would. She's charmed by Morgan, so
Correct.
maybe she wouldn't move. Yeah, I'm staying. Sorry, I'm done.
Throw me at the surface, I'll see if I can do anything about it.
So, at the end of your turn, Duplo LaCroix is going to cast a spell on herself.
I'm going to counterspell it.
Alrighty, roll it.
I have advantage.
Yep. She's going to use 2 of her legendary actions.
I'm so fucking nervous. Why? Why? Okay, hang on, but it's a plus 8. I rolled such shit. I have inspiration. I'm rolling my inspiration.
Okay. What's the total?
16.
That makes it.
Okay.
So you can see the exact same spell that you just cast on yourself, Dupa very quickly starts to cast it too. That was 2 legendary actions at the end of your turn. At the beginning of Dupla's turn, she goes, "Oh no, I cannot see you. This is no good. I will have to settle for killing your friends." And she's going to cast Power Word Kill.
Could be cool.
And because it is an enchantment spell, she can target 2 people. Gilly, you are invisible. She cannot see you. She will target Justice. She will target Morgan. You guys...
Sorry.
Nope.
What's the saving throw?
It's not a saving throw, it just happens.
Oh.
You have to have 100 hit points or more.
Oh, okay.
So you see, you've heard this spell once before when it claimed the life of Urki Timbers. When she starts to speak it, she speaks it in a very primordial and ancient language. And it utters, and you see her voice doubles. Her human voice gives way to something more monstrous beneath, and she now is speaking double. She is casting essentially 2. She's choosing 2 targets. Azdoradi, Azdorlida. And the spell fizzles. Morgan goes to counterspell, and it gets shot across the way. And then you see Mafanwe O'Shea, the Lady of the Meadows, flick out a hand towards Duke LaCroix and counterspell. With a 13 on the die, just barely gets it. Sorry, 14 on the die.
Mafanwe.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh my god. Well, you know.
Oh.
And this is the
This is-
cliffhanger you come back to in 2 weeks.
In
2
2 weeks.
folks.
Thank you for everyone who showed up. Thank you again, Dwarf Cricket, who subscribed. That was an
Yeah.
episode. It was a long time coming. I didn't know what it would look like when we got here. There were a lot of different ways it could have all turned out based on choices made. But yeah, that was that concert was a long time coming,
Oh.
Anxiety levels
or not really.
at maximum.
Yeah, well. Thank you for everyone who showed up. We really appreciate the support. Next week, so after tonight, I need a break. I am taking next week off. I'm pretty much going dark on a lot of areas, but I'll be kind of available on socials. I'm just kind of taking a week off of DMing at the very least. I'll still be on Dragon Heisters, but I'm taking a week off of DMing and a lot of other things. And then, so next week, who's going to run?
Yeah. So we will be running a one shot that I've had in my back pocket for a while. We're going to be doing a plane shift over to the land of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
And Ixalan and dinosaurs. I mean, we saw a dinosaur zombie on this show.
We did.
So we have to have dinosaurs again.
Of course.
They're fun.
Just saying.
Obviously.
So,
I'm gonna play a
Dinosaurs.
goth mermaid, y'all.
Good.
a druid mermaid.
She's
Merfolk.
goth. She's 100% goth.
Perfect.
She's definitely a druid, but she's also goth.
Glorious. Is there any other
Just
kind?
keep this board here.
I can swap it with another one.
Yeah.
I've got
Oh my
another
gosh.
spare
If you need
Um,
board.
But yeah, we're just gonna do some fun
Lighthearted
beat
dinosaur.
jackasses on screen. It'll be great.
I will look forward to watching it. I won't be there, obviously. I look forward to watching it. Best of luck next week. And in 2 weeks, we will return to see how this concert, this Becoming, ends. And yeah, thanks for coming along with the ride. It was really great tonight. See you next week in the ever so wonderful world of Edda.
Keep saying that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Sigh.
Full of wonder.